Sorry, Lumi, can you hear me now?
It was about 10 a.m.
No, 4.
Oh, okay. I must have
he said
misheard.
4 a.m. That said we were eating breakfast and we were leaving. Yeah,
I misheard.
before the sun rose.
Yeah.
So 4 p.m. That's not a bad time, I suppose. Probably, I imagine, as we got closer to Bard Alley, we possibly started to see some signs of the town or something. We would slow down a little bit and survey the area to see if there's signs of this goblin and orc army and whatnot. Trying to stay safe since we're on alert.
Yurik, do you want to fly up above the trees and see if you can spot the town and look for anything out of the ordinary, like odd amounts of smoke or things like that?
Can do this. I can climb above the tree line and take a look around. What do I see?
Okay, so
If you can
looking above the tree line, you're pretty far away. I don't know how many miles you can actually see above, but you can definitely see there's the 4 curves in a direction northeast.
Okay. And
You can't see the town or anything?
I can't see any.
The town is pretty far away.
How far?
We're saying this at like 3:30.
Oh,
Yeah, when we're
3:30.
close, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were traveling in the direction we get close. As we get close, we try to slow down and look around for signs of the army and whatnot.
Yeah,
make sure that we don't alert them.
Having Yurik scout ahead to make sure the town is still a town.
So you're about 3 minutes away, so that's about 3-ish miles, I think, if I'm right. So looking out, you can definitely see that there's a forest attached to the, kind of like, not butts up to it, but it kind of like ends, and then you see a town. There is no like official wall around it. It's more like here's a stone archway on the road that you can see that's poking on from the top, and you can see a few building tops, but there is definitely smoke there.
Like, I guess I can't ask questions. It'd be Yurik. Christian.
Sorry, I was hoping with CJ's stream.
Mm.
I'm gonna relay everything that I can see.
Okay.
So, was it a large amount of smoke that you spotted, or just a normal like chimney smoke?
So everybody should be louder now. I turned all the volumes.
He would have seen lots of smoke.
Lots and lots of smoke.
Might not be the safest place to go.
I mean, I can dart ahead and scout.
I could scout too.
Yeah, I think we should have Fenlon do the scouting on this one. Having Fenlon scout from the woods might be a little less noticeable than an 18-foot bird flying over the trees.
Exactly.
You don't realize how many people don't look up.
I know. I'm just taking precautions.
It's going to bite you in the bird butt sometime, I think. Flying close to an army. Oh, they won't see you. arrows start going off.
We have a lot of experience with your in-flight stealth not working so well.
Indeed.
Fly a lot higher, a lot smaller.
Holland, do we know if there's other big flying creatures in this area? That,
That's a good point.
like, would Yurik be able to fly
Would
and
he-
not be
Would he
out of
actually be
character?
considered abnormal?
Yeah.
Or are there any larger beasts or animals in this area
that fly around this area. Do a is there history? No, nature.
Me?
Whoever asked the question.
I did, so I'll do the nature check. 14.
Nice.
Okay, so around the forest, there are some creatures somewhat in this area that are big enough to be as big as Erie, but they're not very
Common.
known. They don't fly in the middle of the day. They mostly fly at night.
So they're more like night predators.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys. If you want me to scout ahead, I can do some stealth scouting ahead.
Yeah, I would say let's probably go with our elf and have him do the scouting. But it is good to know that you pointed out that we can count on him scouting at night, and it wouldn't really stand out.
That'd also be really
How
hard
about
to
this?
see, like, being, black feathers.
In a day sky, flying around. Anyways, what we could send Finland forward. If we stay about 120 feet back, depending on, I suppose if Finland's stealth, though, I might not be able to see him. Because I could.
I'm gonna say that me and Galen here should stay back, and we'll just kind of hang out here. I think you, Yurik, should go with him, and then leave it up to you two to decide once you get closer to the city if it's safe for you to scout from the air.
I don't have to scout from the air. I can scout from the trees.
I know. I was saying I'll leave it up to your guys' discretion, and the two of us will just hang back.
Yes, I'm not stealthy, so it sounds like a plan.
As a turtle, I'm about as opposite from stealthy as you can get.
I turn things into giant ice cubes. That's not stealthy at all. Go ahead.
I'm ready to go when you guys are, or when you want me to.
Look, now or never.
All right.
Get the scouting done. That way we know what we're doing.
All right. How close are you getting to the town?
Let's go. I'm sure there's a clearing around the town, so if we can get to the edge of the tree line, stay, like 100 or so feet inside the edge of the tree line from the town.
I was gonna say as close as I can get with not being noticed.
Okay. Stealth
Before stealthing.
Oh, before stealthing. Okay.
Get as close as we can before stealthing.
Okay.
And then
Okay. So you're hopping in the tree line. And you're at the bottom, I'm guessing, Colin?
Yeah, I obviously would be walking along the
So
pathway or whatever.
So you reach to about the edge of the tree line, and then you see it's about a 50 yard dash to the town, to the side of the town, and the 50-yard dash is mostly just farmland, crops, places. There's somewhat of a slight path that goes between the crops, It's like more like a dirt path that's been walked on a lot from the forest. Two in the town that you guys can see. Ahead, you see buildings. You definitely can see the little outpost gate that's near the road. The outpost gate is it's more like just a gate with like little archer towers, I guess, on the top. Two of them on each side, and there's no wall around this town at all.
Okay.
So that's just a general overview of what you guys see.
And do I see any guards or militia or anything?
Do a perception check.
Okay.
I want to look around the town from the tops of the trees. I'm going to be stealthy about it.
10 for perception.
Okay. So, looking for some guards. No guards. Okay, 10. Normally, the only real difference you see is that it's heavy in smoke. There's no fire, but it's just heavy in smoke.
Okay, so are the buildings burnt?
Because of the smoke, it's hard to tell.
What direction is the wind coming from?
West.
Okay, so can I move in the tree line around to the west side and see if I can, get out of the smoke and get a better view?
Okay. So you are you flying? Or are you?
No, I'm gonna stealth from branch to branch. This is a good thick forest, right?
Yeah. So going through you go around and having the wind, starting to blow some of the buildings. A lot of the buildings look very burnt, either burnt or like completely burnt to the ground.
Okay. And are there signs of people? Are there people still there?
Looking around, no, you don't really know if anyone's still there.
Okay. So all we can see are a few straggling orcs.
Nope, you don't even see
No.
orcs. It looks
So
like
they're
a ghost town.
Ghost town. Okay.
deserted. Okay.
There are still a couple buildings standing, but because they were made out of a stone, they are covered in soot a little bit, but they are still
Okay.
standing.
And if I keep watch for a while, nobody's moving or anything. I don't see anybody sneaking between buildings or anything like that.
Nope.
Right. I'm gonna come down to ground level
Okay.
and see if I can. How far away is the nearest stone building that's still relatively intact?
Let's see. Probably be about maybe 100 feet.
You said the guardhouse was in front of us. Is that the stone building you're talking about?
No, that's off to the side. So you guys are looking at this from the side view.
Okay.
So it's narrower. The town is narrower because it's made in a rectangle form. So the narrower on your end, but you can definitely see it goes a little bit farther back. And the towers are on the road. That would be from on the north and south part.
Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna try and sneak my way up to one of the stone buildings. See if I can get a look inside.
Okay. So approaching. Okay. So stealthing up to one of the buildings, you find the walls are made of stone, but you notice that there is smoke coming from it, realizing that is the roof that was burning.
Okay.
There are a few windows, but because it's the smoke is still kind of going off the wood, it's still hard to see.
Okay. So they burned the place to the ground, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna make my way back to Finland.
Okay.
Yeah, this place is torched. There's nothing left here. I snuck in and checked even one of the stone buildings. They're toast.
You didn't see any signs of life
I
that
didn't
we could find out
anybody.
what happened?
Didn't see a soul.
Well, you only check one building, so
Yeah, but
there's other stone
I didn't
buildings.
see a soul.
I wonder if we should check the other buildings and just see if we can find somebody maybe hiding in a cellar or something from the fire and see if we can
And
find out
smoke.
more information about what's happened here. But we should probably bring the whole group with us.
I don't see any immediate danger around the place. So
Yeah, from my vantage point, I didn't see anything either. I believe that's what
Let's
I was
make it.
told with my perception of 10.
Let's make our way back and see what the others have to say.
Sounds good. So we go back and talk to the others.
Okay.
So all it was fire and smoke? There was no fire, it was just smoke then.
Well, there's smoke and the place has been burned to the ground.
Even the
Right.
the trees and everything around it were burnt.
How many buildings were still standing?
A few of the stone ones, but even their roofs were torched.
Did you check any cellars or anything around
So-
there, possibly?
Haven't
Because
been-
smoke rises.
The only building roof that was made of wood was the one you checked. There are other stone buildings, but they didn't have a wood roof.
Maybe, and it looked like it was clear that you didn't see any orcs or goblins or anything around?
No, I went around to the leeward side and couldn't find any. I didn't see anybody moving around in between the buildings or anything. I didn't see anybody out in the open at all.
All right, if that's the case, we could probably all move up there and take a good look and kind of spread out and find anything that's up there if we can get any clues. Because we're still trying to make it to Anon, right? And that's going to be like weeks travel. This is the only stop we know about.
If the village is burnt to the ground, they're probably not going to be outside.
Right, exactly.
There might be
Is there somebody
survivors
hiding?
if we check out the interiors of some buildings or basements that are a little more durable.
Exactly.
I don't mind checking the place out. I do mind checking the place out by myself or with just one other person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd say let's go. No more need for stealth.
Yep, let's go.
And then I
we start
stop and I
walking
turn
over.
around and I look at Claire and I said, "Why don't we have you keep an eye on the perimeter out here and kind of throw up a heads up if something's coming, some sort of an explosive in the air."
You can probably
So-
cast Thunderwave again or whatever it was that made that loud boom.
Yeah.
He kind of like nods and just stands around.
So we'll leave Glare on perimeter duty.
Glare to glare at everything.
So
And
we
with
start
that,
making
I
our
turn
way
and start
towards the
marching.
town.
Yeah, I
I
had
am
out.
staying behind the turtle.
I start heading straight for the stone gate that we saw earlier.
Okay, so you guys are curving back around to the front there?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys passing through the grass. It's got like that burnt grass feel, very brittle when you walk through it. And when you keep walking towards the gate's wide open. No guards. It is a stone arch in this dwarven display of carved stone pillars. Very nice.
So as I march in through the gate, I'm going to take a look around and look for the sturdiest looking building.
Okay, perception check.
The
Okay. So looking around, you are coming from south. Okay, so
So Marco rolled was 16.
looking
on a
around,
great
the smoke
perception
is
check.
still, covering some, but looking through the smoke, you could see two buildings are not completely destroyed. Looking just through the gate, a lot of the housing, you just see this stone platform and burnt wood that's on top of it. Do a history check for me real quick.
18.
All right. Okay. So, in the past, you definitely know, you read up somewhere that gnomes are
So-
used to having
So that
wooden
was an
homes,
18 history check that was just
and
rolled.
dwarves normally have stone homes. So,
Makes sense.
with that, a lot of these homes are gnomish built, and they're burnt to the ground. Except for there are the three buildings that were stone. It was the town hall, the jail. It's got some bars and stuff on the outside that you can definitely see, and then there's a third building that is no windows and is actually slightly made out of metal on the outside.
That'd be the sturdiest one out of all of them, being it's got metal reinforcement.
Think there'd be some sort of jail or something?
Well, the jail is right over there, so I don't think that's the jail.
All
Maybe an
right.
arm.
That's possible. It could be an armory. Oh, I'm gonna go look in that building, and I'm gonna just start walking towards the one with the metal siding.
Metal siding. All right. On that, so looking on the front, the outside of the building is made of stone with a mixture of metal panels. It has a wooden reinforced door on the front that has. It's not a typical wooden reinforced door where to hold the door panels together is normally metal. It's actually the wooden part that normally goes up and down is actually made out of metal, and then the wood is the thing that is putting the slats together. But you can also see that the metal slats are also melted together slightly to each other. There are no windows, and
So, do I see anything open on it at all, or is it like a sealed building?
are you walking around it?
Just from the front.
Okay, just from the front. To you, this door looks closed.
And is there any smoke rising from it at all?
Nope.
Metal door, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up and try the door. Light touch it first to see if it's hot.
I'm just gonna
Just a-
walk up and punch through it.
I'm gonna like set my hand on it and pull it away really quickly to see if the door is hot.
Nope.
Okay. And I'm gonna start tugging and beating on the door, seeing if it's locked.
Okay, you twist the door handle, and it just swings wide open.
Hmm. Is it dark inside?
Yes, very.
Um. I'm gonna step inside and see if anything jumps out at me with my dark vision.
Alright, so looking inside this building, you look around and there are lines. There is little stations in a counter form with some sort of glass that is above it with some metal. And there are a rope tied to metal poles that make it as a line for each spot that there's a window.
Oh, like a queue to get like you could buy tickets or something, like queues. I see what you're saying. People
Yeah.
line up in the. I see.
Okay. So is this a single-story building or multi-story? From the
As you-
outside, it looks
From the
like.
outside, it looks like a single story.
Okay. Because obviously, I know from the outside, I can't see if there's a basement or.
Is it a
It sounds like it's a bank or some sort of adventurer's hall or something.
Yeah, Gallon is at the doorway looking in while while you're exploring. What
So,
makes this place so important that they made it out of metal?
so being this is a dwarven building, and I have a fair bit of dwarven knowledge. Can I do a history to see if I recognize the architecture of the building to get an idea of what it might have been for?
Sure.
The middle 11.
Okay. So, through the history of buildings and doors for you, it's kind of obvious for you. It's very fortified. It's got queue lines. It's some sort of vault system.
It's a
Okay.
sock puppet theater. They're really protective of their sock puppets. They want to keep them safe. So when people go in through the line to get there, yeah.
So we're talking like storage vault, not bank, right?
It's some sort of storage,
Okay.
but like it
Alright.
would be made for like they think that are precious items.
Yeah. So it's not like a financial institution. It's an actual storage facility. Okay. So I'll just kind of point it up to the others. And so I recognize this architecture, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that this is a dwarven vault style building.
vault? What?
Does the vault look like it's closed?
Yes, Featherhead, I said vault, so there's a chance there might be something valuable here.
What'd you say, Galen?
Does the vault appear to be closed?
I don't think we spotted it yet, have we?
No.
Oh, well, looking past the window, possibly behind, is there like a passageway, or is there what's behind the windows?
There's like a little. Looks like a little counting machine. I forget what they're called.
Well, Galen,
Well,
we
that's
are talking dwarves, and from what I know of dwarves, the underground tends to be a little more precious to them. So if I had to guess, I would say there's more levels below us
right.
as a random guess. So I'd say
Should
we
we
should
check
probably
out-
look for a way down.
Right. Should we look at the other buildings real quick as well?
I would.
Because this might be a bit more in depth than the other buildings. If this is a vault, right, there may be like traps and everything set up.
Oh, most
maybe we should check.
definitely.
Right. So maybe we should check the other buildings if they're just like dwarven homes or something. Maybe they'll be a little bit easier to get a quick look and see if anyone's hiding. Right. This might be a bit more in depth in the next couple of minutes to return to.
Do we
Don't see
all need
anything.
to go looking at all the houses, or should just like one
There's
or two
only
look at
two.
them?
There's only 3 buildings left standing.
Yeah.
Right.
So there's 2 more. So do we want to split into 2 groups and check out the other 2 real quick?
I think that would be good.
Sure, you go right ahead and do that.
So the
How
two
did I know he
buildings,
was going to say that?
the 2 buildings that you spot, no, the 3 buildings that you spotted that were stone. It was the one
The
that,
town hall and the jailhouse are what's left, right?
yeah, the town hall, and then there was jail. Yep.
Or do we just all want to go start with the town
So if
hall?
there's only 3 of us going into the buildings, I guess we'll go together.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Glare is outside the town.
He's in
Yeah.
the forest, right?
Should we all?
Well, it looks like we're not pulling Eureka away from the vault. So if he
Yeah.
dies, that's on him.
It's
Is
okay,
he-
Yorick. We'll just leave you in this in this steel cage by yourself, enclosed.
I'm assuming it's a
While we go
low
look at the-
ceiling, right?
Right.
Yeah. It's made for dwarves. to
Yeah,
just walk
so-
in.
So with Eureka being fairly tall, because he was he's like the tallest one in the group, other than maybe
Okay.
Finland.
They're maybe 5 feet high.
Yeah, they're not tall.
How tall is Eureka?
He's only about 5'6".
So that's still you have to crouch because you said it's like a 5-foot ceiling.
Yeah. Fenlin will.
So
have
you're
to
still
crouch.
crouching.
Fenlin will definitely have to crouch. He's 6 foot.
Yep. So and I'm 5'5", so I'm crouching too.
Yeah, we all
So I would imagine you're I kind of look at Eureka and I go, so isn't your aversion to enclosed spaces kind of battling with your curiosity for shiny things right now? Being you can't even stand up? I find it hard to believe you find the vault more interesting. Oh well. I'm just gonna turn and walk out. He knows there's booby traps, it's on him.
to the next building.
Next building is another stone building.
Which one's smaller? Out of the
The-
2 that we have for options.
So you have the town hall that Yurik technically already went to, and then you have the jail. The smaller one would be the jail.
Wait, Eureka didn't go to the town hall. He went into the metal building with us.
Nuno when he went to go scout before him.
Oh, okay. The town hall was the one he scouted. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So we just have the jail left then.
Well, he only saw what, the upper floor?
I looked to the outside, tried to look in the
Oh, you
window.
didn't
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the window he looked in, was it on the upper floor or was it the main floor?
Ground floor.
it was the
floor?
ground floor. Yeah.
Okay. Is the town hall a single-story building?
All he could see was inside. That it was mostly smoke inside.
Well,
And
I mean,
some
from
light
the
to
outside, is it a single story like the vault was?
How tall
the
is it
outs-
from looking from it outside?
Well, so looking at all these buildings, they are all on a stone platform of some sort.
Okay. They all appear to be like single-story buildings
Yeah,
though,
like
from the
they-
outside.
Yeah, they all have a platform that you have to walk up a couple steps to go into the door.
Okay. Alright, so I'm assuming the town hall's more large in terms of horizontal size than the jailhouse.
Yeah, it's definitely bigger than the jail.
Well, I vote we go check out the jailhouse first, guys, because it'll probably be quicker.
Onward.
It appears to be smaller.
I'll follow you guys. I have no quarrels about where we go.
We should peek our heads inside and see if anything is amiss besides smoke.
What kind of door is on the jailhouse when we get up to it?
It's more like a reinforced wooden door.
Is
Okay.
it open?
Is it unlocked?
I'm gonna tug on it.
It just opens.
Okay. I open it and walk right in.
Okay, it is very dark.
I'm gonna take a look around.
Okay,
I'll
so
assist with looking around.
Same. We're all looking around.
okay, so looking around in the, you guys all have dark vision.
Yep.
Okay,
Indeed.
so looking around this vault, jail. There are 4 jail cells, and looking around, there are small huddles in each jail cell.
A huddle? What's that?
That's what I was wondering. Is that like people huddled together?
Yeah, people huddled, like short people huddled together. Yep.
Alive or
Burned
Yeah.
people?
No.
they're alive?
Alive people. They're alive.
So in all 4 cells, there's a
Yes.
small group of huddled. Okay. Do we recognize the type of race?
They're gnomes.
They're gnomes.
How many are there?
Counting, there are 15.
Does anybody speak
Galen
Gnomish?
walks up to the one closest to the right hand side as you walk in. Walks up to it. Are you all right? What happened here?
They start speaking in a different language.
All right. Well, I tried.
Does anybody speak Gnomish?
Yeah, gnomish.
I do not speak
I do not
Gnomish.
speak Gnomish. I don't think I better check. I'm pretty sure I didn't pick Gnomish. Nope, common, Elvish, and Undercommon.
Yeah, I don't have it either. I have common, dwarvish, and aquan.
Well, do the doors seem to be locked? Of the
Um,
cells?
So they live in a town with dwarves, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try speaking, just saying hello in dwarvish, and see if they happen to know both languages.
Okay. There's a few that kind of like perk up when you say hello in Dwarvish.
Okay, I'll walk towards. Are they like chained to anything, or are they just loose, just huddling there?
They're just still huddling there.
Okay, I'll walk over to one of the ones that seemed like they understood what I was saying, and ask for. Well, is it a boy or a girl that I'm talking to?
There was a few that perked up, so
Well, pick one. I'll walk up to one of them.
okay. Okay. So you walk up to a male.
All right. So in Dwarvish, I reach out a reptilian hand. What's your name?
He kind of just looks at you, like eyes you a little bit.
And then I kind of like put my hand in the air to my head and go like, I have an idea. And I reach for some dried. Hold on, let me see. Let me look at my bags here.
Meanwhile, Galen's looking for keys to see or like checking if the doors are locked and looking for keys.
So I'm gonna take out 15 of my dried meat provisions and just hand him the bundle to give to other people.
Okay. He grabs all of them, like passes them out. And he says, "My name is Gibness."
Name's Marco. What happened here? Was it that army that we saw going by?
Yeah, the orcs came right in the middle of the night. Most of us got out, except for some of us took shelter in this jail here.
Are you guys the only ones that made it, or are you not sure?
You just have to check the main buildings, which are the stone ones. I don't even
Okay.
know if the houses survived.
No, they didn't appear to have survived. All we saw was what appeared to be a town hall and a vault were the other two that looked like they lived through it. Although the town hall is smoldering pretty good with that wood roof.
Yeah, it's probably gone. I wonder how the bank survived.
Ah, is that vault-looking building?
Yep,
Any odds there might be people taking refuge down in the vault area of that building?
there could be.
Is there anything that you guys need to be able to get up and move about?
Well, we were waiting for the ward out there to end.
It seems like they've pretty much passed. We took a look around. We didn't see any other hostiles in the area. Is there any of you guys that are injured?
Nah, I don't think so. You know, he looks around and they're all just kind of like huddled and eating their food.
Do any of them look cold or anything?
No.
Okay. Well, it seems to be pretty safe out there now. If you guys want to step outside and get some fresh air away from all this smoke that seems to have built up in these buildings.
It's like, thank you. And then he kind of like talks in a different language that you can't understand and talks to everyone. And they all kind of like get up and like start walking out. To answer your question, Galen, all the doors are unlocked and the keys are sitting on a little hook by a desk.
Galen tries to pocket the keys.
Okay. You pocket a pair of keys.
Slyly pockets the keys. Nobody will see it, maybe.
Is there any
Do a sleight of hand.
is there any weapons or because it's a jail cell, like would there be any like guards, weapons or anything lying around?
It's a 17 for
yeah.
sleight of hand.
Yeah, you were able to slide the keys in your pocket. So weapons, there's no weapons around. No guard, armoring or anything like that in here.
And there's no corpses, right? We've already verified
Nope.
that. Okay.
No corpses.
So while they're looking around, so Galen, Finland, you guys want to take a look around the jailhouse for anything that might be of use? And I'll step outside with the gnomes here.
Sure. I've already started looking around, so I'll continue
Yeah,
that's,
looking.
yeah, that's
I'm
what
more or
Galen
less
was doing while he was looking for
I'm
keys
more
and
or less
stuff.
said it in passing than anything
Okay.
else.
Yep.
Alright, so who's looking around the jail cell?
I will.
I more or less said it just to make sure the gnomes weren't like getting annoyed with them looking around. So if they don't react, then
They
it's
couldn't understand you if
good.
you talked to us.
True.
Some,
That is true.
some of them like kind of understand what you're talking about, but
Well,
most of them
yeah.
don't.
I still said it anyways, absent-mindedly. So
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
that was the intention, even if I didn't realize they didn't understand.
I was gonna say just because they didn't speak common to us doesn't mean they don't understand it. They just chose not to speak
Yeah,
it
because
back to us.
they didn't trust me at first until I gave them some stuff.
But yeah, get those the spying eyes out. Ugh, that's not what I would say. How would I say? Yeah, get our friends
Inquiring eyes.
inquiring eyes out to safety, and we'll see if we can find any clues.
So I'll guide them out the
Clues
front
in
door.
quotes.
And while Galen was looking around for the keys, he was also looking for other things.
Investigation check.
And Fenlin would probably be looking as well for possible like trapdoors or something where people could be hiding, or
Okay.
there could be an
Investigation
armory
check.
or something.
Now, Caden.
Yeah.
So Galen was so occupied about slipping some keys in his pocket that he just was so important about these keys he didn't really pay attention to anything else.
I rolled a
Fenlin,
17.
okay, so you Where are you looking? Are you looking outside the building or inside the building?
Inside the building.
Okay, inside the building, there is no trapdoors or anything like that. It's just a straight building with some jail cells and a desk.
Anything I find in the desk, going through the desk drawers.
Looking through the desk, you find some like typical stuff for like stationery, like ink, quill, some paper. There are a couple like files, but it's mostly for like crimes of like drunkenness and disturbing the peace kind of stuff.
Any loose gold or anything?
No gold.
I don't need any of the stuff I found, so I'll just leave it untouched.
Okay.
So, as I take the gnomes out the door, do any of them scatter or do they stay in a group?
So you take them outside and they kind of just look around, looking like see what they do, and a couple of them start looking for like materials on the ground, and like some of them pick up like a charred piece of rope. Someone finds like a stick for.
So, I'm going to look at the one I was talking to earlier and speak to him in Dwarvish again. Is there anywhere around here that we could outfit you guys with some weapons, maybe ourselves a little bit, just in case there happens to be stragglers from that army?
We don't have an armory here, sir.
No blacksmith or anything?
No.
Yeah, find that
He's
hard
like-
to believe with dwarves.
He tells you in Dorian, this is Bard Alley. Just a bunch of bards. Think of
that kind of village.
think of in the Wizard of the Oz when they go to that town that sings.
Yeah, this is more like a festival town.
Yeah, a very festival town.
Okay. So, and unfortunately, that's gonna trip my switch. So, if this is a festival town, wouldn't happen to be a kitchen in one of these surviving buildings, would there?
He kind of looks around and he points at the building that's like crumbled and burnt and smoking.
I'm just gonna hang my head low. Single tear escapes my eye. Okay, all right. Let's go check out this town hall,
All right, you go to the town hall.
and I'm just
Okay.
I'm gonna let out a curse in Aquin. Damn
found
freaking
anything
orc
else.
army.
All right, so we are going to. You're looking around with your. It's. You got the teller points, and there is a door, metal grated door, that is kind of like off to the side of these towers.
Okay. Can I open it? Is
It is
unlocked?
locked. It is locked.
Okay. Is there a keyhole?
There is.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay.
Picking a lock would be what, a dexterity check?
Oh god, I think we figured this out last time.
Gallon holds up a set of keys. Ding-a-ling-ding-ding-ding.
Well, he's doing this while you guys are searching.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you are proficient in Thieves' Tools, you can attempt to pick a lock and add your proficiency bonus to the check, which is a dex check.
Oh,
Okay. So just take your original roll and replace the +6 with whatever your
that's
dex
4. So
thing is.
subtract 2 would be.
Okay, so 13.
You are not able to pick this lock.
Are we there?
So you guys started walking over, and when you guys were walking over, the gnomes kind of like scurried over to towards where Claire is standing in the forest, like in that direction.
They're leaving the town.
They're deleting. There's
Or at least as far as we know, they're heading that direction of town.
while going that direction, they're like looking around, like picking up like scrap items, like they were before, like rope and
Okay.
sticks and stuff like that.
Marco, did you happen to ask them, because I couldn't understand a word of what you were saying, about the gentleman we came here to find that wasn't at his tower?
I completely forgot. Do I see the person around that I was talking to, or did he slip away?
He already slipped away.
We'll ask him later.
We will? They're going the opposite direction.
Well, he's going through glare, so
Right.
So I'm heading towards the town hall. Check that out. Are you and Fenland headed to?
I'm gonna head back over to where Uric is in the vault still, right? Or in the bank.
yes.
Head over that way.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll follow Galen.
We walk in. Do we see Yorick?
Over by the door, trying to get Jimmy the lock still.
Yeah.
Before we parted ways, I would have relayed to Galen that there's potential survivors in the bank.
Right. So we walk in, we see Yorick in the corner. Yorick, have you seen anyone in here? They said there possibly might be survivors here.
I'm trying to get the door open still.
Oh dear. I walk up. Hey, maybe let me try this. I pull out the key ring that I got from the jail, and I start to attempt to try keys in this door.
All right. Trying all these keys still don't work.
Well, it's worth a try. And pocket the keys again. Any other doors around?
Can I try again?
Yeah, you can try you.
That's better.
All right. So your dex plus what was your proficiency?
My proficiency is 4. That time I rolled it as a dex with proficiency. And I got 22.
Okay. So with that, you are able to unlock this gate.
Ah, finally, got it. And open the door.
All right. So you open the door, and it leads you to like the little back area with all the teller points, and there is in behind the wall behind the teller. There's 2 alcoves, one on each side, that kind of wrap behind this wall.
Okay.
Galen's just staying in the lobby while he's doing this.
So there's like teller positions is what they are.
Like
Okay.
a typical like bank, like the old school.
A quick search of them and see if they have any money trays under the edge of the counter, just out of sight.
Okay. Do a quick investigation check. Okay. So looking through them, like pretty quickly, because there's a couple of them. I'm trying to do this pretty fast. You spot there's a couple money trays, and there's like a couple gold pieces in each one.
I'm gonna grab those.
So it comes out to be about 9 gold.
Okay. That goes right in the pouch. All right.
Yorick, did you find anything back there?
Oh, no, nothing yet.
No doors or anything? Any
I'm
people?
still looking. Give me a minute
Small
here.
gnomes, maybe?
There's no gnomes under the counter. I'm continue looking for like the door to like the actual vault area. No.
Okay. So are you going like behind that wall?
Let's
So-
check behind the little partition wall.
Okay, so you go down this wall, and it leads to a staircase.
There's a staircase back here.
Oh, nice.
We should probably
Gallon.
Shining
go down that.
the lamp down the staircase. Like, of course it would be ground.
Gallon's just waiting to see what happens.
I'll follow, not really close to Yurik, but I'll follow a little bit behind him.
So
Making
before
my
they
way
get
down the stairs.
before they get too far down there, do I reach the town hall?
Town hall wasn't too far.
Okay.
Um,
Walking in the front door, did I see anything?
so basically, all the furniture, what else made out of wood, is now burnt and kind of like broken down, very brittle, that black charcoal. You can definitely see the roof cave down. It was wooden. You can see a couple beams that are fallen and charred. The smoke is still rising from a lot of the wood because it's still hot. Even
Good.
the door is
It's-
gone.
It's pretty much shot.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna turn around and head their direction and try and catch up with them.
Okay.
Down the stairs.
Down the stairs you go. Okay. You go down the stairs, and are you holding your lamp?
Yes.
Okay. You walk down the stairs, and you find on the stairs is a charred body
Ugh.
with its hand reaching for. The stairs are going down. There's a little landing, and then it goes down even further, and it is trying to reach for that landing in the middle, but it's all charred.
What's on the landing? Can I see what's on the landing?
It's just blank. It's just nothing's on the landing. It's like they're trying to reach to go to the next step.
Ugh. I'm gonna make my way past it. Careful, there's a dead one on the stairs.
Do we see any traps?
There we go. Now you realize why Gallon has not been following anyone. Because no one's been checking for traps.
So-
think of traps.
So Fenlon looks around for traps.
Yes.
Alright, do an investigation check.
All right.
Or actually, perception, because you're looking for traps.
Okay. Perception. Oh, good. That's better. 13.
No traps.
Okay. I don't see any traps, so proceed.
Head down further.
Okay. Going further, so you're walking like over, like on the body, because it is taking up like most of the stairs.
No, I'm looking over the body. I want to
Okay.
gingerly make my way past the body without stepping
Okay.
on it.
Trying not to step over this body that is on. Let me grab your name here. Where's your name?
And if I need to, I can just hop over it.
There we go. So, you are on the steps there, and the body is there, and you come up to a gate. And it is a door. It is, metal.
Try the door handle.
Locked.
Of course it's locked. Alright. I'm gonna pick the lock if I can here.
Okay.
18.
18 plus whatever your proficiency is, like 3.
18 is the final after my proficiency.
Oh, okay. So you already added the proficiencies. Okay. Okay. You are able to unlock this.
Okay, I'm going to since I'm gonna check the door itself for a trap.
Okay.
Would I have caught up with them by this point?
Yeah, you would have.
Okay.
Galen would has been waiting in the lobby for Marco to show up, so they would go down together.
Okay. So investigating around, there is no trap.
And Fenland would
Yeah, I
probably
got a 17.
Fenland would probably be standing at the above the corpse, like on that landing.
Whoa, what happened here? What is this?
I really don't want to know, but
There's a body. Wait, oh, is
Yeah,
anything
we
else
didn't
down
we
here
didn't
look charred?
we didn't
Maybe?
see any traps or anything, but if that body set the trap off, it could be done. It may have been a one-time thing.
Right. Right. Because does
So,
anything down here look charred as well? Because remember, this was behind locked doors.
so am I in front or behind of you, Galen?
You're, I guess yeah, I guess I'd follow me, I suppose. I would be in front.
Okay. So as I pass the body, I'm going to reach down and check it
Right.
for anything that might have survived it burning.
Right.
alright, I'm gonna open the door though. Now that I've checked it.
It's all in here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, he was setting that up. A video.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. Was anything else around where the body was charred?
Yeah,
Like, does it
I
look like
checked.
the fire got down here?
No, it doesn't
And
look
was
like
it
the fire got down
was there anything on the body when I checked it?
Just besides like burnt cloth, like that, like cinder, like the leftover scraps of burnt cloth, and basically like a burnt body completely.
What type
Okay.
of body is it? Can we tell? Was it gnomish size, dwarf size?
You said dwarf earlier.
It's dwarf.
Dwarf. Right.
Well, I guess I'm gonna open the. Well, let's check that wooden door as well for traps.
Okay.
Nat 20.
No. Oh. Alright. No traps.
Okay, I'm gonna open the wooden door.
And I'll be just behind Fenlon at this point.
Alright. So.
Is there room for me to move down to the bottom of the stairs?
Yeah, once Yurik goes through,
Okay.
your mini just won't fit down there.
Okay. Yeah, because I'll move down now that the door's open and stuff. I would move down to the bottom of the stairs past the corpse.
Okay. So Yurik, you're going past, right?
Almost need 2 minis for Yurik.
Yeah, you need one with folded wings.
Alright. So
What am I seeing in here?
So, walking through the doors, you see another charred body, basically laying faceward up, kind of like laid out, and with a the marking, like the fire burning, was actually towards the chest, and you can see there was like some sort of flame that like singed the floor.
Was the first body the same way?
Not completely. Like
Okay.
it was charred, but there was nothing on the steps showing that it was charred like that, or like it was something that hit it at its chest at that point.
So, guys,
are
this fire doesn't seem to have affected the surrounding structures at all. So this could be a trap that's killing them, or we may have casters down here with us.
Yeah, that looks like magic doohickey things. Not my forte.
Not mine either.
Can I look at the
was-
body and do an Arcana check to see if I recognize, like, if it's from some kind of mechanical device or if this is a magical means?
Which body?
I guess the one I'm next to now. Oh, it was the other one. Have we
The one-
caught up to?
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Are
you
you
guys-
looking at the video stream, Caden?
Yeah, I have it up.
Okay. So I want before we go further with that, I want to hold my lamp up and take a good look around at the rest of this room.
Okay. So are you looking towards, I guess, like the north part?
Yeah, like I'm turning in a circle and looking at the whole room.
Okay.
Like, there's
So
nobody
turning
like
around,
looking into corners and stuff.
I have a tape measure somewhere. I guess not. 3, 6.
So the lamp is what, 30 feet?
Yeah,
Yeah, he can only see.
So 6 tiles?
Yeah, he can only see up to a certain point. I'm trying to figure out how I could do this without sharing the whole place. Where is my spare ones? Let me go grab my things.
Yeah, you're gonna have to grab a second one to keep the bottom layer covered.
I picked up an envelope and I was like, "Oh, this has my address on it."
No. Yeah, you don't want that showing.
So I could find like a giant one again. So we're gonna figure this out somehow.
well, you could turn off the camera for an instant, rearrange everything, and then turn it back on.
Yeah.
We could do that. That's a great idea. Why didn't I think of that? The camera stands in the way. Want to give that a shot. Alright.
See, now that's stuff that's interesting to me. I see boxes.
With a, earthquake.
Okay,
So
so I
Is
need to
it-
make room for them anyway, so I'm gonna move towards that door more so that you can shift those a little bit more.
I'll follow right behind.
Out there.
I'd like to go up to that body that Yurik was just next to and do an Arcana check and see if I can determine the source of this magic, if it was magical in nature.
and I'll stand behind Galen in that first metal gateway just to kind of protect him while he's investigating.
Okay.
So I'll be facing the stairway
Facing the stairway. Alright.
just in case something followed us down.
Mhm.
Okay. So make a Arcana check since you're checking for magic.
Oof. A
Your
6.
sorcerer seems to be terrible at fire magic this season.
He is a cold mage.
He is the cold mage, I understand that.
It's fire, and my magic comes from me, not other things. So I don't know.
You
It
know,
looks burnt, everyone. It looks burnt.
yeah, you know it's some kind of fire blast. You have no idea what made it, but it's something.
I think something in this town caught on fire. I think.
Yeah, think. All right. Is the door
So
locked?
I'm gonna step past Galen, just to like 5 feet past Galen and look into the room and see what I can see within the 300-foot dark vision I have.
Okay.
I moved over so you can reveal more, anyways, because of the lamplight.
Let me. You guys can. I don't put this here. It's handy, okay? It's a compass.
Oh dear.
Hey, are there people huddled back there?
Alright, so looking through it, you can see a little bit of scuttling back here. A lot
All right,
of
I'm gonna
boxes.
move along the wall and or the bars and try and shine the light on them.
So you're going in this direction?
Yeah.
I was I could probably see everything within here with 300-foot vision. What? Oh, that must be the main vault.
Alright. So, you studied around this way.
Yep, I started going that way. Hey, who are you back there?
They kind of just like try to hide like behind a little box a little bit more.
I'm gonna walk up beside Galen. Can I kind of see what age they are?
You mean Yuri?
Anything about them? Yurik, sorry, yeah. I'm gonna walk up next to Yurik.
Come here,
Can I see anything about them? Whether they're adults or kids or dwarves or gnomes.
They are child gnomes.
So I'm gonna get down on one knee, and ask them, "Are you alone?" And I'm gonna ask this in Dwarvish. And I'm literally gonna get down like all the way down, where I'm sitting on my butt on the floor with crossed legs.
Do a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm not good at this. Charisma is not my thing. 16.
Somehow, some way, speaking Dwarvish kind of lets them at ease a little bit, and they come out to like hereish, and they kind of like come a little bit like not close enough for like where you can reach them through the bars, but close enough where like they're kind of in front of you at this point.
I'm gonna hold out one of my hands with the last 2 apples I have. Are you hungry? I mean, you can have these. They're all yours.
The male kind of like grabs the 2 apples and gives one to his sister.
So who are you? Is there anybody else down here with you?
He kind of like looks around at the bodies. You can see through like near Galen, there's a body, and then behind him, there's another body. Oh, and by this point, by walking through this, you know that this one was broken into and this was broken into. The doors were not busted open. They were actually like they blasted through the metal bars and just took.
Okay.
You can definitely see that This one has a crate that is open, like a chest, and there is some kind of relic here that you see. And then in this one, the crates were busted open, and it looks like something was like taken out of it.
So they were looking for something specific. Or maybe not specific, but
So while he's talking to the kids, the southeast cell, or yeah, in there. I want to go check that one out.
Okay. I'm gonna make you guys have a switcheroo here.
And then I'm just gonna try and open that door.
Alright, it just locked.
Okay, I'm gonna try and open that door.
pick it.
Office pick breaks.
Not able to open the door. Still locked.
Damn it!
Can Fenlin go up and try?
Yeah, okay.
And while they're picking the door, I'll wait till he does his attempt.
Yeah, I gotta make some.
All right, I'll step aside and see if he can get it open.
So lock picking is
It's a dex.
a dex.
A dex check. Do you have a lock picking kit?
I do
that
not.
you-
So how do I know if it's a check or save that it's gonna roll? Like if I hover over dex.
So if you actually hit your stats at the top, it says dex, you can actually just hit that number and it will roll it.
Oh, okay.
Benlin, with not really knowing how
Wait.
rocks.
Wasn't the lock picking? You only do the dexterity bonus if you have the toolkit.
That is
Correct.
that's his dex bonus. You would add your proficiency bonus on top of that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right, I got it.
There's another bonus, a proficiency bonus on the right
Okay.
side of your stats there. You would
Well,
add
in
that
that case,
to.
I actually have a 14.
Still not able to open it.
What about Finland?
But Fenlin was able to open it just barely, but somehow he kept fiddling it with it,
With his
and it
dagger.
somehow
With my dagger.
with your dagger and something clicked.
Dagger.
There we go.
Inner
There we
slot.
go.
Good.
I showed the rogue how it's done and I back away and let him go in.
So while they begin searching that, I'm gonna keep talking with the kids. We found a group of about 15 or so gnomes that survived, and it's calmed down quite a bit up there. Do you want to join them? Maybe you'll know some of them.
Are any of them our parents?
All we've found are gnomes so far, but we could ask them if they've found anybody while they've been searching up there.
Make a persuasion check.
You would persuasion checks. Oh, nope, that's a heck no. That's a 5.
He kind of backs away from the thing now. Kind of like backs, like very skeptical.
You having a problem over there?
Galen, do you want to go grab one of the gnomes outside? Maybe they'll trust a local more than us.
Yeah, I suppose.
Fenlin, you want to go with him?
I'll go with
I
them.
can't actually speak them,
I was
though.
gonna say.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, never mind. I'll go.
Well,
I'm gonna turn and head up the stairs.
should I go with
Should I-
you? Probably better to go in
I got
first, right?
True.
So I'll go. I'll go as well.
All right.
I'll follow Marco out.
I'll head up the stairs and see if I can grab the first Norm.
Norm?
The first
The good-
gnome that speaks Dwarvish.
Whose name is Norm?
So all the norms.
You did it now too.
all
the
the
normies.
all the gnomes actually went to where Glare is, so they're actually in the forest.
Huh. Well, that puts a kink in the issue.
Because you didn't stop any of them, so they all just followed that way to Glare.
Are they like with Glare? Like if we walked back to Glare and we could find them?
You are not sure.
Because that's what I assumed we were going to be doing, is walking all the way back to the forest area.
All you know
Yeah,
is
because it'll probably take them time to check all the crates down there.
Yep.
Investigation check and all the crates that are around me.
How quickly could we get to Glare and back?
it'll probably could take you like a good 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Run out to Glare and grab one of the gnomes.
Okay. Alright, investigation for you guys. Greek, looking at these crates, you are way too excited to see crates in this place. Only thing you could find is a couple gold in a chest that was already left open. We're gonna go with
And I rolled a 15 for my investigation.
it'll be silver, 10 silver, and 1 gold for you, Yuri. 15 investigation. Where are you checking?
Basically if any of the boxes that are around me, the ones to the west there, if I can get a hold to any.
Any?
So Galen, keep
Yeah.
in mind that someone that we saw was broken open.
So the one you saw was broken open. These were untouched.
That one.
Oh, okay.
And we weren't able to get into the one to the right yet, were we? That was locked.
This one.
That one we're hesitating breaking into because the
It's
two
the
kids are
children,
skittish of us.
I'll go into the same one that Yorik's looking through, I guess. That's the only one that's available.
No, there was 3 boxes in that one, that west one.
These 3
that were
boxes
untouched.
are untouched.
Well, I'll look at any boxes I can get my grubby mitts on. That will work.
Okay, so looking through this, you look through these boxes, and you find a couple like nice leather material with a nice buckle on it. You find a small gemstone that is blue, and
Gemstone.
and a couple more wrappings of leather, finely wrapped leather around this wooden board, and they're big too. Like they're very like it looks like it's like almost like the entire piece of leather is there.
So, gemstone?
It's a blue gemstone.
Blue? That's not in my list.
You just have to make it up.
Blue gemstone.
There is a section on D&D Beyond.
Custom items.
Like other possessions at the very bottom.
Oh.
You could either add it there, or you can add a custom item. It's up to you.
Yeah.
The total weight would be about 10 pounds because leather is pretty heavy.
Alright. About 10 pounds of leather?
Yeah.
Has Fenlin and Marco made it to the forest yet?
Yes, you have. You are talking to the gnomes.
Oh, so we did find him. Excellent.
So in Dwarvish, I'm going to ask it. So we found 2 dwarven children in the basement of the bank. Are there any of you guys that could come with us to maybe a local they'll trust? Because they don't trust outsiders at all. And I don't really want to leave them down in a dark, cold cellar of a bank.
And you're saying it's in Dwarvish?
Yes, saying it in Dwarvish.
Alright. The guy who we talked to before comes up to you and says, do you know what their names are?
No, I couldn't get them to trust me enough to get any information out of them. I gave them some fruit to keep just in case they were hungry. So they're still just kind of hiding back in the crates in there. I'll give him a description of what they look like, though.
Okay. One is like they're children, so they're typically in like cloth clothing, very common, and the girl is in a dress, typically.
Was there any like key like facial features or scars or anything that I could point out?
Nope, no scars, nothing like that. They look like little children gnomes.
You mean dwarves?
Gnomes.
I thought you said they were dwarves.
No, the ones that are charred are dwarves.
Oh, I could have sworn you said the children were dwarves. Never mind.
Nope,
Hmm.
they are gnome.
All right, well, I'll just relay all the details that I can think of off the top of my head.
He says, "Huh, interesting."
So, is there
Well-
any of you that can come with and maybe convince them to come join you guys? I think a local would have better luck than an outsider.
Well, we don't know whose kids these are.
So you're going to abandon them because you don't know who they are?
I'll tell you what. We will meet you at the next town over in Dunwich.
All right, we can make that work.
And
Can I get your names?
well, you already know mine.
Can I get the rest of your names? Because they were asking if any of you were their parents. So if I could get some names to give them, even if you're not their parents, they might recognize some of the names. Anything that might help them trust me a little bit more.
I'm gonna copy and paste these. They're a lot easier than.
Please,
Into the notes.
please make one norm.
Wait, wasn't I talking to Norm? Wasn't that his name?
Yeah, Gibness.
Maybe that's where I got it from. I need to change that previous note because I got that one. There we go. Okay, there's a spot to put all their names.
There you go. I posted it in our campaign chat.
Ah, no norm.
Jerk, you're gonna make me turn around and paste that into the notes.
Yes, I am. They kind of just say off their name one by one. Yeah, there's 15 of them, so there's 15 names. And the one you've been talking to is called Gibness. That's the top one.
These are all just first names, right?
Yes.
All right, then I'm gonna turn around and head back to the vault.
Okay.
And I'm assuming we make it back by the time they finish looting everything.
Yeah, so Galen is done finishing with these crates, and Yurik was unsuccessful with the other crates.
Yeah, but
Oh,
is the door open to the vault that the kids are in?
no, that's locked.
So
I unlocked
upon
that
returning, you're seriously going to unlock the door?
I am.
Wow, you're a jerk. I'm
I'm
assuming
gonna try.
he pulls this off before I get back. Colin?
I need you. If you're going to be opening that door, I need you. I need you to make a. Hold on.
I'm going to laugh. These kids attack you.
Or it's trapped.
True, he didn't check for traps. He just started opening it.
Mm-hmm.
Need you make a deck saving throw.
It's trapped. The one door it doesn't check.
Oh, but he's probably saved.
So you take half damage.
Ooh. It was one of those. An inescapable one.
You take 7 points of fire damage. And you are here, and you are blasted back 10 feet.
I'm assuming the door never got unlocked.
Technically, it's a 19 for the
Yeah,
door.
Galen's in there looking at those. Yeah.
How did it blew me that way? Oh, jeez.
Because
Yeah.
the door is the corner, right?
Yeah, the door is on the rounded part.
Yeah, door's right here.
Oh, okay.
Galen just turns around. What the heck did you do?
And I'm assuming me and Fenlon are walking in about this time.
I
Through the
tried
stair.
to open the
Oh, yeah, that's
door.
That's right, you guys are walking into the door at this point.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
did
gonna
we walk in time to see this?
Yes, you did.
So I'm just gonna walk in with a deep laugh. Fried chicken?
Whisper over to them and says, "It actually doesn't smell that bad."
So I'm gonna walk over and pull up. Oh no, I'm not. So we don't actually know if he got it picked before he got blasted. I'm assuming.
Nope.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk right past and go sit down by the bars again, and then relay the names of each of the gnomes that we've from earlier, and see if they recognize any of them.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go and inspect that small little area with the would you say it was a totem or whatever?
Yeah, with the over here by the box?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a hole in the grate there.
Yeah.
It looks like it was like blasted open, like it looks like they were like melted the bars, just like this one over here.
Right.
Going through that, there's a chest in there that is opened and completely empty.
Empty. Figured that.
And there is some kind of altar sort of thing here.
Do I recognize it?
Give me a. Are you looking at it, or are you just like kind of like looking over generally?
Well, I'd be looking at it to see if it's something.
I think he's saying, "Are you physically checking it out, or are you visually checking it out?"
I'm not touching it. I would be.
So you're just looking at
visual. Yep.
So do a perception check, remember.
Okay. Let me do that. Oh, I have to shrink my screen. And perception. Here it is. $19.
19. Okay. So looking through this area, you see that there's 2 spots on the side of this altar of some sort, and you can see there's. It looks like they were something was recently pulled out of it, and you can see there's like these dust marks of some kind of shape that was sitting there. There was also a missing piece because the dust is not covering it on front of the altar. Some sort of round oval
No.
object.
Okay. But I can't tell by looking at it what that oval piece is.
The round oval piece, it's just the shape of where the dust is not there.
Oh, so there it was like something was there.
Yeah.
Okay. And that dust looks like, is it like looking like the soot, like what could have caused the fire damage to all these people?
No, it actually looks like it was like dust. Like it's been sitting there for a really long time. You haven't
Gotcha.
dusted in a while.
Gotcha. Okay.
Alright. So with you over there, Marco, you're over here talking to kids.
And I'm sitting down cross-legged on the floor again. So do they recognize any of the 15 names?
They kind of look over and they're like, they kind of like, nod their head a little bit towards a few of them, but like, they were like really not really interested in any of them.
Hmm. All right. Well, what do you say about we meeting up with them in the next town? Because it's pretty dangerous to stay in a wrecked town like this. Would you like to travel with us to the next town?
Sure.
I'm going to point to the bars and ask them, how did you get in there?
Insight check on the kids.
Mm,
Insight check on
listening
the
to- Yes, insight check on these kids because they've been
Okay.
in here. It didn't seem like they reacted to the explosion when Yurik got blown back or whatnot. Insight check on these daggum kids to see if they're actually baddies and they're in a different form or something like that.
Okay, insight check.
would that be an insight?
How do I
It would be insight, yeah.
Okay.
how do I insight check?
Well, insight would be checking for like lies.
That's
Yeah.
right.
If he's looking for a disguise, that would be different, wouldn't it?
No, I'm listening to. Well, I mean, I can't see what they're saying, but I'm trying to watch them, like to see their actual reactions and stuff,
Okay.
because I can't understand what they're saying technically.
Right.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
And
That'd
I-
be
And an insight check would be that you don't trust what they're saying.
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust the way they're acting.
Mm.
So, are you just physically looking for something off about them? Because you can't really
Well-
check for lies in a language you can't
No, but
understand.
what the thing that I'm getting at here is when Yurik got blasted back, they didn't really react. It looks like they've actually scooted up and everything.
no,
You
I-
think your
I-
kids
I
would
get
be really
that.
freaked out.
No, that I get. I'm saying, what kind of a check are you doing? Like, are you physically looking to see if there's something off about them, or because you can't really base it on what they're saying because you don't know what they're saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's how they're acting.
So you would be perception then.
So body language.
Perception?
Yeah,
That's fine.
perception would be body language kind of stuff. Because you're looking at them.
It's not bad.
Okay. They seem pretty calm.
Yeah. And that is weird.
So, did they answer my question of how they got in there without setting off the trap?
Are you asking them how they got in there?
Yes, yeah. I asked them, I pointed to the bars and asked, how did you get in there? When I pointed to the bars, I was specifically pointing at the fire trap.
He gently grabs his sister's hand and just, kind of like gives this like little motion, like give here, and she hands over a set of keys.
That's how you got in. So I'm gonna reach my hand out and see if they give me the keys.
Are you saying anything, or are you just like putting out your hand?
I'm gonna put my hand to the bar and just say, "Well, why don't we get you out of there then?"
Persuasion check.
Because I think it'd be better for me to open the door than them risk setting off the trap.
Well, we don't.
I-
Did you check with them to see if they were the ones that trapped the door?
True, I didn't think about
Okay.
that.
They hand over the key. They're not worried about you,
Okay.
but
They're
they
nervous
kinda
of
look
everybody else.
they're looking at Yurik.
So they don't trust the bird brain that got fried.
Yeah.
And then before I open the door, I'm gonna ask, so
Bird
for instance,
laying on the floor, nursing his wounds because he's half dead.
so in Dwarvish, I'm gonna ask them, so were you already aware of what was gonna happen when he tried to pick that lock?
He kind of shakes his head.
As in no?
It's a yes.
Yes, okay, so he not okay. When you said shook, I thought you meant no.
No, it's a yes. He like puts it up and
So he
down.
was nodding,
Yes,
nodding
yes.
his head. Okay. So as I'm gonna head for the door, and then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna look at Gale and kind of, well, not look directly at him, but just to the group. So they already knew what was gonna happen when he tried to pick that lock, and just let them know that part of it, and then I'm gonna go to unlock the door.
Okay. You stick the key in, and it doesn't go in.
Do any of the keys go in?
No.
Huh.
You want to take a look at the lock?
Yeah, I'll take a closer look at the lock.
Marco, before you do that, come here real quick.
Okay. I'll walk over to that cell.
I whisper over to Marco. Does anything seem off about this? I mean, where the kids won't be able to hear this, right? Does anything seem off about this? They seem extremely calm.
I mean, they did know he was going to get hit by the fireball.
Right.
They were already aware that trap was there.
How were
So
they
that-
aware the trap was there?
They live here.
Fair. All right. I'm just letting you know.
And they might have
This-
parents who worked in the bank.
I've been watching them, and they're extremely calm for the situation that's at hand.
Because I held up the keys, and the only way they would have gotten these if they knew somebody that worked here. So they might have heard it from a story too.
Well, try your keys.
So I'll turn around and head back and check the lock to see why the keys aren't fitting.
While that discussion's going on, can I go up to Yurik and do a cure wounds on him?
If I don't destroy my place down here, it's fine. Yeah, you can go to him.
So that's 3 hit points back.
Oof, that roll hurt.
So you go up to the door, and you inspect the lock, and you realize that when Yuri actually tripped the trap, it actually melted the lock.
So in Aquan, I'm just gonna kind of curse under my breath. Fricka, 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 fricka.
So now it needs to be fixed.
So in Dwarvish, I'm gonna look at the kids and say, "So we have a problem. This lock is melted when Featherbrain tripped the trap. Is there any other way out of this cell, or is this the only way? Or out of this this storage locker?"
They kind of look at each other. And now, Kane, you're still looking at him, right?
Been watching him like a hawk this whole time.
Now they look worried.
You might want to flip his character around.
Yeah, so he's not looking behind.
I realize he's got magic, but he ain't quite that magical.
Well, his ball was in the way, so
Yeah.
Right.
He
right.
casts
So-
eyes behind his head.
So what was
in the way?
so did they respond or they just not say anything?
they kind of like look at each other and they're like, their face expression of being like, "Oh, it's okay now," face to drop like, "Oh, worried."
Okay, so yeah, so up to this point they were pretty sure of everything that was happening. They had metal bars in the way of everybody that was coming in, and they had the keys to the door and they knew it was trapped. So that would explain why they were so calm.
Is the
They
trap?
had the only way in, and the only way in was trapped.
Can I inspect the to make sure that the trap is cleared now, that it won't go off again?
Yeah.
Is that yes, I know it, or do I have to?
Do invest. What's that? Perception.
Perception. Okay. Perception. That's a 12.
The lock. When it was set off the first time, it was like that was it. Like
That
there
was
was nothing else that was gonna go off.
Okay. Can I make an attempt to try to use my dagger to kind of pry open the latch that's been melted? So the key can't go in it, but could I use my dagger to kind of unlatch the door?
Like try to get in between.
Yeah.
So the way these are is that there is a metal plate that goes over where that latch is supposed to go.
Can I pry off the metal plate?
You certainly try.
What would
The
I
way he
roll?
said that's not good.
Let's hope for a high roll of whatever he tells me to roll.
I guess you're like technically hitting this with a dagger.
Yeah.
Well, if he's prying on it, would it be a strength check?
Technically, yeah, technically be a strength check.
We don't want to do strength. Can it be a dex check because it's a dagger? All right, so it's a strength.
Yeah, I'll make it a
You're
strength.
gonna snap that dagger off if you do that.
Yeah.
I have a better idea.
Okay. Are you gonna stop me then from trying it as you see me put the dagger in?
Put a hand on your shoulder. I was like, you really don't want to do that. You're just gonna break that.
Okay, I'll step back and say, "Show me how it's done." Then.
Well,
I believe Yurik already did show us how it's done.
really.
Check for traps.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't think of it. I paid the price.
Flash fried chicken? Question mark?
I am not. Anybody want some turtle soup?
Actually, yes, it would be quite good.
Anyway, so Turtle Boy, get over here, and then
Uh-oh.
you're the
I don't like
strongest.
where this is going.
You're the strongest, and I'm gonna rummage through my pack, and I'm going to pull out the nice crowbar that I have, and say, "Try this."
All right. I'll take the crowbar
And I'm
to
gonna
it.
take 2 steps back so that he can get some good leverage.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna look for the weakest point around the latch and start prying.
While they're distracted all over there doing that kind of stuff, Gallon has, for the past like minute or two, he cast Mage Hand in the back corner. Like he's been over here doing it. He's it slipped behind the boxes along the walls, and he cast Mage Hand. It's like this semi-transparent hand that you can barely see, and he's been slipping it through the bars, going over and slowly opening the crates that are in the room behind the kids and seeing if there's anything in there and slowly ferrying it back slowly to him to see what it is.
Okay.
What kind of roll would this be?
Probably 2 different rolls.
Okay. Let me.
Is this a sleight of hand deception? What?
This is a sleight of hand with your mage hand.
Okay.
It's literally sleight of
Literally
hand.
the sleight of hand.
Yeah. Oof!
Oh! So-
A
crit.
5.
At least it was
So-
a crit failure.
You were putting your mage hand around here and trying to get by. You accidentally like nudge one of these boxes up here, and it makes a noise.
Rat smash.
And you just see the little girl like jump back a little bit, noticing that it moved.
Dang it. I think it was poof.
Oh, now
So
now
I
Party
need to
knows what
do.
the heck I was doing because I've never used
Yeah.
that before.
with her noticing that, she's gonna go back to here.
Yeah.
Way to go, Galen. I finally got them to start trusting me, and you scare the crap out of her.
I don't know what you mean.
You can use ice magic, right?
Indeed.
Can you freeze the lock to make it
Ooh.
brittle?
So, can Galen and I work together for him to freeze it, and I use Sacred Fire to try and shatter it?
I unfortunately, because I was not able to get the diamond, Ray of Frost has to target a creature. I don't have a spell that can specifically target an item.
Have like a chilling touch.
Nope.
All right, never mind. I'm
Nothing
just going to
that-
pry in the weakest point of the lock.
Okay.
All right, strength check.
11, right in the middle.
Let me see what the thing is.
I mean, he does have a crowbar to give him some leverage there.
Ooh, I'm using the proper tool for the job.
Not able to break it.
Not even an advantage because I was using the proper tool. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Are you used to using a crowbar?
Actually, what
Proficiency
kind of
with crowbar?
would it count as a simple weapon or martial weapon?
Oh, that's a utility exploration item. I mean, I guess you could use it as a blunt weapon, but
That's what I'm saying. If it counts as a simple weapon, then yes, I do have a proficiency.
I will give you advantage on this.
All right. Try one more time. Son of a! Didn't matter. Came out even worse.
Still
I
doesn't
thought it
budge.
was stronger than this. Here, let me try.
I'll hand him the crowbar.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna, walk up, find a good point where I can get it wedged in there, and I'm gonna.
So when he goes to
Both
pull
legs.
on it, I'm gonna grab his shoulders and pull on him.
Jeez.
Okay.
And I am proficient in using the crowbar. It's part of my tool set.
Well, so crowbar is using a crowbar grants advantage on strength checks, but the crowbar's leverage can be applied.
Okay, so there's one. Oh, gosh.
10, and
You're getting
7.
screwed by this
Still-
door.
Still can't open this door.
Hmm.
Okay, I give up.
CJ doesn't have a lot of, or CJ, whoop. Fenland doesn't have a lot of strength, but maybe by luck he can do it. Can I try
Sure.
with the crowbar? Because I don't want to break
Passing
my
this
dagger.
crowbar around.
Pass the crowbar.
Somebody's got to get it open.
So is all these attempts at prying on it causing any damage to it?
So here we go. Let's see. I didn't do it. I did worse than anybody.
You
else.
get advantage on it
Oh, okay.
because it's a leverage system.
Come on, higher roll.
Oh,
All right.
Natural 20.
So with the crowbar, you're able to bust open this door, and it flies open.
I come to the rescue again.
I need
I totally
One.
loosened that for you.
who's standing next to Finland? Are you or Marco? Are you standing next to them?
Yeah, I would say this attempt, that's probably the formation we'd be in.
Okay. Need
Unless Yurik went somewhere while we were attempting this.
No, I had just taken my customary 2 steps back, so that if someone did pop it open, they wouldn't fly into me.
So yeah, we were
Then-
just like that.
Finland and Marco. I need you to make a dex saving throw.
This was supposed to be a one-off trap.
Yeah, we checked the traps.
You checked the one that was there.
Well, I failed this one. 0.
How?
I have a
-2.
-2 on dexterity. Wait, you said saving throw, right? Same
Yeah.
thing. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, dex saving throw. Finland's like, screw you.
Oh. Actually, hold on. While I'm not in my shell, dexterity saving throws have a disadvantage. So 0.
So 0.
You can't get
Okay.
any worse. I just rolled it for the heck of it.
Oh my god. How much health do you have?
22.
Oh god. Okay.
What kind of trap is this?
It's a magical kind. Marco, you take 20 points of fire damage,
Freaking kidding me?
and
Whoa.
Finland takes 10.
Jesus.
Did the door open at least?
Yeah, it opened.
Oh.
And with this final blast, one that hinges busts open. So, like, now it's hanging by a hinge open.
Oh dear.
So, as I stand up, I'm going to use up both of my slots and do a double cure wounds on myself.
So you were pushed back 10 feet, and you were pushed back.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a knee and just place a hand on my chest and cure wounds on myself from everything I have.
Okay.
Gallon just goes chicken and turtle soup.
So, first one,
I
good.
only half killed myself. He looks
I got-
like he's croaked.
I got 17 points back.
I'm gonna do a
Okay.
cure wounds on myself as well.
Okay.
I said turtle on the half shell there.
Woo, I almost did become turtle soup on that one.
Ooh, I only got 2, but it's good enough.
That looked like it hurt.
And I'm going to take a deep breath
Gone
and
out with a bang.
I'm going to take a deep breath and push myself up to my feet. And then I'm going to walk over to the door and hold my shell shield above me and motion for the kids to leave underneath the shell.
Okay, the brother goes back here, and together they carry out a chest while they walk. So they are carrying a chest together.
Somebody who talks well should inquire about that chest.
The only one who can talk.
So I'm going to ask them what's up. So what's up with the box?
Family business.
How old are these kids?
They're in their teens-ish,
Oh,
like
So-
low
like,
teens.
like 5-year-olds or something.
No, they're like, think of like 12, 13.
Okay.
So as we head for the stairs, I'm going to keep talking to them. And I'll go up in front of them. And I'm going to ask him, so is there any chance what's in that box is what the army was down here searching for?
They were searching for that thing that was in the corner.
Do you know
And
what it
they
was that was in
point
the
to
corner?
Some kind of old artifact.
You wouldn't happen to know a name or anything that goes with it?
No, just knew it was an
Okay.
artifact.
Do you know what it looked like?
It was round and kind of looks like a beetle.
So back in common, I'm going to say they pointed out that that the artifact that they stole from that corner cellular in Finland was apparently a round beetle-like object.
And then he also describes the things that Finland, you know this, that there was something on each side of the thing, and it was a it's kind of like a torch sight of some object, but instead of the fire end, it was a design of a sun with spikes going out.
Would I know anything about this beetle thing, or that's probably not
Do a
anything
history check.
Okay. I will do that. I don't think that's anything in my realm, but let's see what happens.
Pick up my crowbar off the floor and put it back in my pack.
Okay.
Gallon is going to be about 30
Yeah, I
feet
don't know anything.
back,
I got a
and
3.
he's using the mage hand searching those boxes, not in the room.
Yeah, you're over here.
Yeah, all these boxes
mean,
in here is slowly picking
what's
up.
I mean,
the-
I've got the kids on the stairs. You could literally just search them. They can't see in
could,
that room anymore.
I could, but things have already exploded twice.
Fair.
Yeah, I blame him for doing that.
Yeah.
Remote.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going back in there. I like my treasure, but I like my feathers more.
Yeah. So me and the
Um,
kids will be at the base of the stairs or up there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm as far back that way that 30 feet will allow me to go, and I'm searching with the mage hand through the boxes that I can get through back there.
To make my way.
So are you
out
back here?
Yeah, whatever 30 feet is. Like, I'll start as far back as I can go and like start from the left hand. Yeah. I'll start and just slowly move my mage hand forward, going through each box, bringing
It
whatever I
looks like
find
that
back.
cell is 30 feet deep.
That's fine. I'll start as close as I can to me. You know what I mean? And then
So-
if nothing goes off by doing that, I'll slowly move forward and move mage hand within that 30 feet range.
So this box and this box, these boxes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go through these and then slowly go through all of them.
Are you doing stealthily or just
No,
not willy
not stealthily. No, this is investigation. Just
Okay.
Fenlin will go in and help, but I'll just be searching for traps
What?
before he checks. I'm not afraid.
Okay.
I I have been in many wars. I can, but so I'm not gonna touch anything. I'm just looking to see if I can identify any of these piles of crates with traps right now.
Okay. A perception check.
Yep.
And then, Kane, I need you to roll. Are you pulling whatever's in these boxes out?
Yes.
How much weight can your mage hand hold?
It can hold. Mage hand can hold.
It's like 10 pounds, I remember.
Yeah, it's like up to 10 pounds. Yeah.
You can carry one of these crates, but this one's too heavy.
Well, not the crate itself. I'm opening up the crate and looking
Oh, yeah.
inside it with the mage hand. Yeah.
Should
Okay.
the
Or like,
mage hand
if I
wait
can,
for me
I'm
to
reaching
check
around
for
and pulling stuff up.
traps?
Yeah.
Should I?
Hey, this is what I was doing.
So you open up this crate, and it's a bunch of like fine silks and fabrics and leather, very fine, like that kind of material. when you open up these, it seems like it's like stuff you would put in like an art gallery,
Oh,
like some statues, some little like carved figurines, all put
Okay.
in this like brass type material.
are any of them under 10 pounds?
Yeah.
I'm bringing a couple back and throwing them in my knapsack.
Did I detect any more traps with the 12?
Okay, with the 12, because these are not hidden very well, you find two. There is one over here and one back here.
Okay.
Mm.
So I will. What is to disarm traps? Do you need a tool to do that?
Let me see.
You disarm a magic trap?
Oh yeah, are they magic traps or are they like physical traps that can be disarmed?
To detect it, you do perception, disarm it, investigation check. You need you would need thieves' tools.
Okay, so I don't have them. So I would just yell back to Galen which two I detected had traps, and then I'm gonna back right the heck out so I don't take any damage because I can't disable the traps on
Right.
them.
Okay.
We'll meticulously
so
go
I'm out of
through
that
all
room now.
the boxes. Yeah, all the boxes that he did not point out as trapped. I'm just slowly bringing
So
stuff back.
these two. So there's
Yeah.
there's these and there's these.
Okay, yeah. So I got what, silk cloth? About how much silk cloth did we get out of there?
Just write down 2 bolts of silk cloth
2 bolts.
and 1 bolt of
Okay.
leather.
Okay, 2. This is important, y'all. This is actually going to come into play. So y'all know, not just doing this for, craps and giggles. So we got 2 bolts.
Oh, do you have plans for this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna make himself a dress.
No, well, maybe. You don't know that. Add items. We also got custom items. So I also have already put the leather in there. So I have silk. What those figurines? What were those?
Just label them as gnome historic figurines.
Ooh.
Do they have a sell value?
You don't know that.
True.
Perfect. All right. And what about those other ones?
Okay, so you're looking at this one and this one?
Yeah, whichever ones were he pointed out as not trapped.
So it would be this one and these 4.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Which one are you going for first?
I'm working my way because remember I have to move forward, so it's going to be the one like directly above Finland right there. Yeah. I'm just gonna. Yep.
Alright. So the top one, you find a small vase with some drawings on it.
Yep. Pocketing that.
And the big one, you find a painting.
How big is the? Can it lift it?
You can lift the painting. It's
Will it
only
fit
the
in my
canvas.
bag?
It's only the canvas part.
Oh, like the rolled up part.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I got a vase and a painting. Cool.
Okay. This one over here
Mhm.
is another little statue, and then here there's another painting.
Now, was that an intricate vase?
It's like old.
Old gnome vase. Then we also got a daggone look. This is a lot of stuff to add in. D&D. This could be a little faster in D&D Beyond.
That's why I always just type it normally. I don't normally make it as per an item. I normally just put it as like other possessions.
Yeah. And the painting was a.
It was like similar size painting as the other one.
Okay, so there's two.
They're rolled up. So
The other way you could do it that might be faster as far as keeping things moving is have a notepad open, put everything in there,
Right.
and then while everybody else is talking, work on putting it in
Yeah.
D&D.
Yep, got it. That could work perfectly. All right, and that was one last one that wasn't. Yeah, wasn't trapped. We'll check that one.
That one was trapped, wasn't it?
Or wait,
nope. This one
Okay.
and this was trapped.
Okay, we're not
This
gonna,
one.
Yeah, the last one that isn't trapped.
Okay, so this one. Let me get the. It is a old blade that is curved, wrapped in a leather wrapping, like very thin leather wrapping wrapped around the blade, and there is a leather cover that covers the tip of the blade.
So it's an old curved blade wrapped in leather.
Yeah, and it's the handle it's got this guard around it with curved design, and the handle is made in a blue silk wrapping. And it's made out of gold.
Okay, cool. Oh, blue silk wrapping. Nice. And is that less than 10 pounds?
Let me see how heavy this sword is.
So where do you see your proficiency bonus?
Bottom left.
And is it gilded in gold?
The handle is it looks gold.
Okay.
It is. If I could find it, it would be amazing. I think it's like 5 pounds. Don't quote me
Okay,
on that. I think
I will
5 pounds.
lift it up with Mage Hand and bring it back.
Try to see how much. I only says how long it is. You gotta be kidding me here. Website steak. All right, yeah. Yeah, it's about 5 pounds. All right. What about these two? You're just not touching these because you have traps?
That's up to Finland. Are you able to disarm traps? If not, I don't want
Nope,
people to get
that's
blown
why I
up.
backed out already. I'm not actually in there.
All right.
Okay.
I can attempt to disarm them with the Mage Hand. for
I can
safety.
disarm.
Are you sure?
If you want to try.
You can try, Yorick, but safety is important at this point. I think a couple of us are spent. I'd say it's
I'm gonna
probably
have
not
to
worth the
try.
risk at this point.
I have to try.
All right.
I backed right out
Is
of there.
Fenlon staying in there?
No, I backed
Yeah, you
right
backed out. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gallon backs up too. Not staying near that.
I mean, I have thieves' tools. I have the right stuff to disarm.
Off of observation, Gallon backs up.
Which trap are you doing? This one or this one?
Point to him again.
These two.
That one.
There's this one. This one.
Let's
No.
let's start with that one.
The one not in the corner, I'm guessing you're saying, right?
Yes, the one not in the corner. And you
Okay.
want me to do dex check or
Oops, not mean to do that.
Marco's doing a
So
history
it
check.
is gonna be. It's gonna be an investigation check.
investigation check for disarming a trap?
You need to figure
Well,
out
yeah, you-
what needs to be done.
You're
Okay.
physically inspecting it, so
Fair enough. And then I get proficiency because of the thieves' tools.
how much is the proficiency bonus when you add it in?
2.
It's based on level, right?
No, it's based on the skill.
Yeah.
I've been
So
looking. I
it's
cannot
13.
find what proficiency bonus is.
So
13.
13 in total. Okay. You are able to disarm this trap. It was like it's not hidden or anything. It's like you can definitely see it.
And I pointed it out.
So you are. Yeah, you definitely pointed it out too. So yeah,
Okay,
you were able
so-
to disarm.
All right, so I'm going to open the container and disarm the trap on it.
Okay. In that box, you find. Let me do math here. It's 600 copper pieces.
600 copper.
Yes.
He adds it in. Okay.
That's it for a trap box.
Right. All right, and that's it.
That's for that one, yeah.
All right, let's go look over the other trap box and see if we can't disarm that one as well.
Okay. Oh, there's not enough room for your wing. Someone just pretend like you're up there.
Yeah, just assume I'm over there. Oh, wow. And plus
Okay.
2 on top of that.
So you're able to deactivate that one too.
So I'm going to open that one up and see what I get.
Okay. So looking at it, you don't have to add proficiencies when you do those middle ones there, the investigations, the assist, insight, and all that, because it's already added on. You only have to add proficiency if you do a saving throw or one of the stat throws. Because if you look, like my wisdom for like insight, my wisdom is +4, but it says +6 next to insight.
Yeah, mine doesn't add my thieving proficiency to investigation.
Yeah, because there's no skill check officially with the thieves tools.
Okay.
It
All
does.
right, come on.
Yeah, because you could be doing that skill without the thieves tools,
Yeah.
and then you're not proficient in the techno.
Okay.
All right. So,
Anyway, so what's in this box?
in this box, you find 9 gold, 6 silver, and 17 copper pieces. And at the bottom, you find a tablet made of stone.
Ooh. Well, leave that behind. It's not shiny.
You're not even going to tell anybody you saw it, are you?
Nope.
I hate
Doesn't
you.
interest my character at all.
Meanwhile, Gallon is in the corner looking at the gilded freaking golden sword that he found. Flipping it around, looking at it.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's it. I'm gonna make my way out.
Okay.
Not going to tell anybody what you found whatsoever in the boxes.
Nope. Didn't find A few coppers.
We're quickly finding out he's a selfish character.
Hmm.
He's a rogue. What do you expect?
Hmm.
A
Yeah.
couple for trap boxes. There were like a couple copper in there between the two. That's odd.
I'm gonna go and make sure he didn't miss something.
Good idea.
Maybe miss something. Miss anything of value?
It
Okay.
seemed
I got you. Okay.
it seemed like you didn't get a whole lot for
Well, there was a
two.
rock in the back one, but who wants a rock?
So what was it? It was a tablet, you said, right? A stone tablet.
So, it's a stone tablet that's peeking out of a cloth.
And if I look at it, do I see any writing on it?
Yeah, there's a. It's carved into the stone, but there is writing on it. It's in a different language.
Okay. Not one of the languages I would read. I'm guessing it's probably Dwarven or Gnomish.
What language do you know?
I think it's just Elven and oh, what's my extra one? Undercommon. And of course common.
Okay. So you do not know what this language is then.
Okay. Because I think it's something that might be of importance, I'll pocket it.
Did you find anything, Finland?
I found this tablet with some writing on it that I don't understand. So I'll bring it.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
what is that? Yeah.
I'll show
I
it
speak
off.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Elvish.
Ah. Are you showing
Yes.
Galen it?
Yep.
You recognize it as an ancient version of Celeste.
Ancient version of Celestial. Can I make hide a hair of it?
It describes the war of what happened about 200 or 300 years ago with the gods.
Oh. Yeah. I tell Finland this.
So it has no magical properties then to it. Darn it. I was hoping it
You
was
don't
magical.
know.
That's true.
Well,
We
if
should
you let
hang
me
on
see it,
to it
I'll
just
try
in
to.
case.
Yeah, I'll look at it more. Maybe I can find some more meaning in it or something.
That's fair enough. You can hang on to it. I don't
All right.
understand it, so probably best for
This could
somebody
be
who.
along the lines of right. I'll try to study it a little bit or something.
Yep.
Put it in my pack.
Okay.
And I think we make our way out.
Okay, making your way out. Alright, so you guys are outside. The in their box. Waiting for you guys.
So, looking around, do I see any sort of a cart or anything like that that's usable?
No. Most of everything that was wooden in this town was burnt.
That's what I figured. So, while I'm waiting on them to come up after doing all their looting, I'm going to take a look around and see if there's anything else in town that seems interesting or important.
Okay. Looking around, you see there is a. Yeah, most of them are houses that burnt to the ground. You see some sort of building that the foundation is still there to stone, and the frame is sort of there. It's mostly burnt though, and kind of like falling apart from the embers, still burning a little bit. But it looks like it was some kind of store.
Okay. So I'm going to point towards that building, and looking at the kids. So, do you know what that building used to be?
They kind of like look around, look at the box, and then they say, "That was the general store."
Well, off we go. Let's see if there's anything left. We'll need some supplies for our trip. So the three of us will head over to the store,
Okay.
and I'll just while I'm being there down there looting while we're doing this, I'm just gonna scratch an arrow in the dirt pointing towards the store.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else doing anything else?
No, I'm just making my way out.
Yep, same.
Okay. So we'll go with Marco and the kids are going to this general store there. You look around. Do an investigation check for me, quick.
All right. $13.
Yeah, looking around and like, you guys were down there for probably like a little bit of time, probably like good like 20 minutes. The smoke has like kind of like dissipated a little bit more than before, so you can kind of like look through it, and you see like there's like a couple lamps, metal lamps that are on the ground. A couple of them shattered of the glass, but a couple of them are still intact. A couple vials of some liquid.
Any noticeable color on those vials or anything?
They're like in a yellowish form.
All right, I'll pocket those and ask the others about them later.
There is a scorched leather satchel on the ground.
Okay.
There is a brittle and what's the other thing called? The thing that you put on the horse. It's like leather. It's
Oh, the bridle.
yeah, the bridle. It's like scorched, but you can see the buckles are a little bit shiny. There's not much left of this place.
Yeah. So nothing that's really of use.
Yeah.
How big is that chest that they're carrying?
The two of them have to carry it together. You could probably carry it.
So it's considerable size.
It's about 2 feet by 2 feet.
Okay, that's actually pretty small. Okay. How heavy is it?
You're not sure because you haven't carried it.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, all right. So I'll pocket the 2 yellow vials. Is that satchel any good? That was
It's
that
very-
I found.
It's very scorched. On the
Well,
outside, at least.
Other than the aesthetic, like, is it functionally good, or is it gonna tear any time?
If you don't put anything heavy in it, it probably won't tear.
I'll leave it behind. It's not reliable for long distance travel. So the vials were the only real beneficial item in here. Potentially beneficial. Can I check these vials to see if I recognize what they are?
Sure. How are you looking at them? Are you like actually popping out the cork?
I'll leave one in my bag and I'll take the other one and I'll pop the cork and I'll look it over and I'll also put like 1 drop on my skin.
Do a what would it be? Investigation, I guess, because you're technically touching it.
10.
It's lamp oil.
Okay. All right, I'll put the cork back on and throw it back in my bag. Or my little pouch I got on my waist. All right, and then we'll turn and head out of the store.
Okay.
Have they caught up with us at this point?
Yes.
Let me ask this first. Are you guys heading in the direction of the arrow, or what are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, you guys went a separate direction. So
Yeah, I
Fenlin,
left and put an arrow behind, so you can go back to them.
Yurik, and Galen.
Would I have seen the arrow?
How big of this arrow did you make?
So to make it obvious, I scratched it with my foot, so it's like 3 feet long by 2 feet wide.
Yeah, you definitely see this.
I would have
I suppose that's
suggested.
the direction we go.
Yeah, I would suggest that's the way we need to go.
Yeah, I would have followed the arrow.
Alright, so you guys meet outside this general store then.
All right, I'm gonna pull the 2 bottles of lamp oil out of my bag and toss them to Yurik, and then here's 2 refills for your lamp.
Excellent. Thank you.
Everything else in the shop was scrap.
Oh, that's a shame.
Assuming that was the only thing left in town that was even looked remotely useful.
Yeah, most of it's just burnt down.
So I'm gonna kneel by the kids and ask them. So, do you know where the closest town to here is, or what direction it might be in?
They look at each other and they say, Dunwich.
I was gonna say we were already told which town to go to.
Were we?
Yeah, from when we.
Anon.
Oh, yeah. They said the name of the town, but they didn't say where it was.
I thought they said.
Brandon,
I thought they said a direction,
I thought all they said was we were gonna meet in Dunwich.
but I thought they said to the west. Wasn't it to the west?
To the north.
To the north.
Okay,
Okay.
so they
Guess
definitely
didn't.
didn't say it.
I don't know why. Well, I don't know why I was thinking west, but okay.
Yeah, it never crossed my mind to ask the direction earlier.
Fair enough.
So what direction is Dunwich? Do you know?
Look at that. Give me a moment.
Are you all right? You sounded kind of I can't hear what they're saying. Marco, are they okay? That didn't sound normal.
Dunwich is to the northwest.
Okay, so I'll lean over my shoulder and let him know. So earlier when we were talking, when me and Fenlin went out and met with the gnomes, they said we're going to meet up in Dunwich. And before I finish the sentence, I'm going to ask, did these 2 give me their names earlier? I could have sworn I asked for their names. No, I didn't. I'm going to ask for their names now. So what are your guys' names?
Let me go back to my page. Hold on.
We're asking the DM the hard-hitting questions.
I'm scrolling through a 90-page document. The boy says, my name is Mervin, and this is Zinley.
And then I'll lean back and finish speaking to the other ones and let them know. So Mervin and Zinley here just let me know that the town we're going to meet the gnomes in is northwest of here.
Do they know how long the travel's going to be?
Do you guys have any idea roughly how long it takes to get there?
Well, it's quite long. Probably at our pace, it'll probably be about 7 hours.
So is that on foot or is that in a cart?
That is by foot.
Okay.
But if we go at a Because we're going at a slow pace carrying this.
Okay, so they said about 7 hours, and then I'll look back to
What time is it
them.
now?
You guys got there.
At around 4.
You left at you guys left at it's 4 p.m. So it's maybe about 5 p.m. now.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna motion with one hand going around the group. So this is Yurik, Fenlin, and Galen. And then I'll turn to the group and motion to each of them. This is Mervin and Zinley.
Do they understand any English or common? Sorry.
Galen just does a bow, like an elaborate bow.
They kind of like they're carrying a chest right now, or like the crate, so they kind of like nod their head.
So, what languages have your parents taught you?
Oh, many.
Do you know Common, or just the local Gnomish and Dwarvish?
Let me get the sheet. All right.
Roll for initiative. No, I'm just kidding.
Turns into twin dragons.
I would
Oh,
have.
jeez. Still suspicious of him, just saying.
All right. It is. It's Gnomish, Dwarvish, Halfling, Giant,
They are well versed.
and Sylvan.
I thought you were gonna, just say all the short
Wait.
races.
Did you say Sylvan or Elven?
Selvin.
Okay,
Sylan.
Okay.
So,
I'm assuming, do any of you guys have any of those?
nope.
Of course.
Looks like you're a babysitter.
And they
Oh.
said a little bit of Infernal.
Still
Any of
no-
you have Infernal?
No undercommon. That's the only other thing I know.
Of course not. So we're gonna need to pick up our pace a little bit, or you guys are gonna get worn out. So I'm just gonna scoop each one of them up in one hand and put one on each shoulder and the chest on my head,
Okay.
so they could still hold it between them.
How much can you carry?
225 pounds.
Okay. This crate is 120 pounds.
Whew. We're still okay.
And each
And the kids?
and the kids.
How heavy are the kids? They're gnome children. They can't weigh more than like 30 pounds, maybe.
They chonky.
According to D&D Beyond, an average slightly over 3 feet tall weigh about 40 to 45 pounds. So we're gonna say like 30 pounds.
30 pounds, 180. Yeah, we're okay. Just freaking barely, but
carrying.
that's true. Which I'm not carrying anything heavy at the moment.
It's just your starting equipment, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Make sure you add all that up too.
I can help carry.
A kid?
I just
Yeah.
just carrying a kid.
I can take a kid because I have no strength.
Let me look it up here. So, oh yeah, if I include my starting equipment, I can hold a box, but I can't hold the kids then.
Unless Yurik, can you carry
All right,
the
so
kids?
I'm going to ask them, is it okay if I carry the box for you so you guys don't get tired? And I promise I won't open it. It'll always be in your sight. Otherwise, you guys are going to get extremely tired and worn out very, very quickly.
Make a persuasion check with
Who in
disadvantage.
your damn persuasion checks? I am
Very-
horrible at these.
Harry cannot carry a whole lot more than what he's already carrying.
Are
As
you
a
kidding me?
nat 1.
Are you kidding me? Wow.
Wow.
I
Roll
guess we're taking
20.
things as we're taking things the slow way.
Roll 20 sucks for you guys tonight.
Well, let me see what I.
Hmm.
Oh, you haven't even convinced him to let go of the box.
No, they won't let go of the box,
Ah, boy.
and they're still not going to let go.
So it doesn't matter how much I could carry, because if they're
No.
not going to let go of the box.
Nope, they're not going to be separated from the box.
Since they can't speak what I could speak, whisper over to Marco. I can make them let go of the box.
Hmm.
Do I even want to know what you mean by that?
I bet you he can cast something.
Well,
Can you just make the box lighter? I mean, I can make the box lighter, but they're not going to like it.
I mean, technically,
no.
I can lift them all, but because my lifting capacity is 450.
It doesn't seem like what I can do would help for long enough. So never mind.
But I'm assuming the lift and pull in that is for like short distance or barely any movement. Colin.
So if you're overweight, you go slow. Like, slower. Like,
Well, my question. Well, the kids are probably definitely overweight. But my question is the second weight capacity that's on there, the lift, pull, drag. Is that like short distance stuff?
technically, yes.
Okay, because that one's 450 for me.
Yeah, that would be like if you're carrying something down the steps and then you put it down. Kind of thing.
Okay.
It's like you're deadlifting. You're not
Yeah,
going to walk
exactly.
around with freaking barbells.
So let me ask this, because it would only put me a little overweight, like by like 40-ish pounds over. Would it be faster for me to be overweight and carrying them than them carrying the box?
If you carry them overweight, you will be going at a slow pace.
So are they traveling at a normal pace while carrying the box, or are they traveling slow?
They're traveling slow.
So it isn't going to make a difference. Because that box is already putting them into slow mode.
Yep. Yeah, think about it. Like, there's kids carrying a heavy
No.
box.
I know, that's why I've been trying to pick up the box. I'm not sure how to go about this. Because there was nothing nearby, like a cart or anything. So, whispering to Galen again, what was your method of convincing them?
Well, it's not so much
You were thinking
convincing. What I can do can only last for a minute. So.
Torture is out of the
Very long.
question.
Indeed. Well, I mean, no, it would be torture. No, they just.
Who's going to torture a bunch of kids?
I can
even
just
about
make
it.
them
I
go
will
to sleep,
say-
and then we can open the box, and then be done with it.
Were you thinking suggestion?
No, he
No,
just
no,
said sleep.
Oh.
Urgh. Do we really want to go that route? They barely trust me the way it
think
is. So if it fails, they may just run off with the box.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the only thing we have to deal with is there's the possibility of a goblin orc army, and now we're going to be traveling slow down a road. I mean, we can go slow down the road and just take, twice as long to get there? 14 hours compared to 7 or whatever?
No, they said 7 hours was at their pace.
Oh, right. Well, I mean, we could start the journey, and then once it gets dark, sleep and then do the same thing in the morning.
Can I
Yeah.
convince
Yeah.
them with hand gestures that it would be safer and faster for them to let him carry the box?
You could try, but they don't know what you're saying.
That's why I said hand gestures.
Wait,
Oh,
hold on. Say that
jeez.
again. I didn't quite hear what you said.
I said, can I try and convince them with hand gestures?
They're already
Okay.
scared of you, Birdman.
That's true.
Not scared of me. He never said they were scared of me. They just said they knew I was going to get hit by the fireball.
I think Holland's words were cautious.
Yeah.
The only person that knows that is Galen, though.
Indeed.
True.
So doesn't affect my decision.
That's true too.
Galen just steps back and watches the bird doing his puppetry dance, whatever he's doing.
How do you want that one done?
To convince him, then, by hand gestures.
Correct. Do you want that as sleight of hand?
I'm betting they don't understand a lick of what he says.
I'm going to go with this persuasion with disadvantage.
Okay.
Actually, performance with disadvantage.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Because you are trying to act this out with your hand gestures.
I could just see this bird prancing along, pretending to pick up a box, and oh,
Disadvantage killed me because one of them was a 16.
Okay. They just look at you. And the boy just talks to Marco. Says, indoor vision says, "What is he doing?"
Refer to
he's
D&D
trying to make
Campaign.
you guys laugh. He's just putting on a show to make you trust him.
I thought about meeting dance.
But if
Yeah,
you just
I'm just gonna tell them that he was putting on a show to try and make them laugh and trust him.
And the boy's like, it's just weird.
Marco,
I'll
they have
just
no
deal
idea
with
what you're
you
saying.
not having the right effect and stop.
Yep, no, you're just coming across as weird.
Hey, it was worth a shot. I didn't see you having any better luck.
Fair. All right, well, I'd say let's hit the road.
All right.
Yep.
So we're going to be moving slow. Do you two want to go at Greek and Fenland? Do you guys want to go ahead and see if you could find a good spot to camp out at about a 4 hours pace out?
I think that would be a good idea.
Because that'd put us around 9-10 o'clock.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can do that.
Let's head ahead, or head out ahead.
Okay.
And then I'll lean to Galen. I'm assuming you want to stay here so you keep an eye on the kids' behavior.
Sure.
I mean, if you want to go ahead, that's fine.
No, I'm fine. I'll stay here with you.
So we're traveling at the slow pace. Well,
So you guys are all going?
yeah, we're all leaving town. Oh, Yurik, you want to go get Glare?
Do I have to?
I forgot.
I thought you were gonna leave them, but I was like, oh god, like they're leaving Glen.
I'm like, what is he getting at? I'm like, oh shit, I know what he's getting at.
I thought- yeah.
So, Fendlin, if you want to scout ahead and Glare, do you want to, or not Glare, Yurik, you want to go get Glare? And
Yeah, I'll go.
Once you get him caught up to us, then join Fendlin.
That's fine.
Do I want to know why he just did a saving throw?
A wisdom save. And displayed it for all of us to see.
You really do Bird of Paradise painting, Dan.
There's another one below it too.
No, the gift is the Bird of Paradise. I didn't
Oh.
watch the pheasants.
So I'm assuming we all set off and Glare will probably catch up with us within 20, 30 minutes.
So, Glare comes up to you riding an elk.
What?
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 What the hell? Glare? I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm just gonna point at the elk with an inquisitive look. Does he explain anything or stay silent like usual?
Just silent as usual.
Okay. Guys, this is gonna be so confused.
Wonder if we can put the chest with the kids on the elk.
Did you bring dinner?
No.
Pretty close.
I didn't wait for the elk. I was already off scouting to find our
Yeah.
resting place, so
And I'm assuming Yurik, as soon as he got a hold of Glare, he would have headed straight for Finland.
Yes.
but at least Yurik knows that we have a elk. I
They laughed at myself.
Fenlin won't have a clue because Fenlin already went ahead.
Well, you'll know as soon as Yurik catches up with you.
Are you riding the horse with Glare?
You mean the
Elk?
elk?
Not sure I'm understanding
the elk.
Ninois. But I think Kaden knows.
Or are you just letting Glare ride the elk by himself?
So did you come back to me and Galen, or did you just head straight for Finland?
Glare would have went into the town.
Yes. No, I know. Glare would have gone to the town and then followed the same road we took out of town.
Yeah.
I'm
he would've-
asking Yurik if he
Once he
stuck with Glare or if he went straight to Finland.
Oh, I would have gotten him to head towards you guys, quietly laughing to myself as I flew over your heads and headed towards Finland.
I'm assuming he's just gonna silently trot along behind us.
Well, I told him I would bring him along for the trip up north. And that is what I'm doing.
I love the attempted accent.
Alright, sounds good to me.
So on we go.
I'm just gonna turn and keep walking.
Tally ho!
And I'm not even gonna attempt to process what just happened. This is the kind of thing Glare would do too.
Indeed.
Just randomly reappear in a whole different situation.
So did Fenlin find a good camp site?
Alright, so to get to... Well, I have a lot of tabs open. Whoop. Okay. To get to... Are you going through the woods, or are you going
Of
through the road?
course, I'm going through the
We're-
woods.
So
We're following the road.
Okay, you're following the road, so I need to make... So, are you guys traveling the whole distance on the road?
Depends on what Finland discovers. Because we're looking for a campsite at about the halfway point, around 4 to 4.5 hours.
Okay. So, you're going at the slow pace. So it's 7 hours. So you've gotten about 7 miles. And Are you looking in the road for a campsite, like off to the side, or
No, Fenlon went ahead of us, and he's the one looking for a campsite.
Well,
So
yeah,
when he finds one, he'll send Yurik back to us. Who will take us to it.
but like, are you looking one like off to the side of the road, or are you looking one in the forest?
I would have looked in the
Okay.
forest for cover.
Okay. There's definitely like some like open spaces in the forest that you can easily like clear out a branch or something and get like a nice little campsite going.
All right, so I would start setting up the camp, looking for things that we can use to make a meal, and send Yurik to direct the others to where the camp's being set up.
What am I, a freaking messenger service?
You just have your
I
flight
am
time,
not a freaking carrier pigeon.
but you could
It's a
move.
good thing he's not here.
You can move a lot faster, so I figure I'll set up the camp and use my expertise in hunting to get us some food, hopefully, and you can use your
All right.
fast flying to tell everybody where we are. Or we could just set up our camp and forget about the other guys.
But you got to wait until you see what Glare found.
Do I want to know?
Probably not.
Does
I'll let it be a surprise.
What does your campsite consist of?
Oh, well, we wouldn't have much. I would definitely. Well, let me see what's in my inventory. Do I have any camp materials? I don't know. Let me check. Hang on. D&D Beyond. I have a bedroll. I have a mess kit. I don't know what that is.
A mess
Okay.
kit's like utensils, like it's like
Oh, okay.
it's like basically like now it's like a metal stuff that like it's a pan that you can cook with, a plate. Sometimes you put like metal utensils in there to eat. It's basically to eat with.
Okay, so
Did you?
I'd gather some wood and set up like a little campfire with wood and dry grass. I would set out my bedroll. I would take out my mess kit stuff and get it kind of set up for when our resident chef gets here. Even though I know he has his own equipment, it'll probably reject mine. Uh, and yeah, that's basically it.
I would fly back and give them the proper directions.
You said bedroll, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you fly back.
Yes, I fly back, give them the proper directions, and
Camera time.
then kind of keep pace with them as they reach the campsite.
It's never good when Holland turns that on.
Nope.
I got new little thingamajigs that I can play with. Okay.
He's got stuff he wants to show off.
He got new toys.
Hey, when you get new toys, you always want to play with them. Okay?
Oh, Ninwa. Oh my god. Christian, don't look at the Dungeons and Dragons channel.
I already saw it.
So, you go.
So, Ninwa the gnome is what I'm hearing.
Go ahead, continue, Holland.
Okay. So, Christian, you go back, you tell them, and I'm gonna guess the rest of them come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after a 4-hour journey,
So while we're rejoining him, was he able to go out and do any hunting?
Finland?
Yeah.
Yep.
Do a nature check.
Nature. Okay.
Actually, survival. I'm going to be survival to get.
Okay. Survival. Oh, good. It's +3. Oh, I needed that +3. I got a 6. Yeah.
Not much, you couple berries that you're like, oh, it looks like food.
So upon arriving, I'm gonna see what he. Actually, we'll hold off. Let's see.
When I see them arrive, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, you guys got here quick. I didn't have enough time to look for much. All I got is these berries."
Hmm. All right. Give me a second, and I'll see what I can find. First, I'm gonna pull the blanket out of my backpack and lay that down for the kids.
Actually, I just thought of something. We're in the forest, right?
Yeah.
Uh, that does something for me when I'm finding food and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. Let me find. We'll go to my traits here.
Do you set up any kind of shelter when you're here, or is it just a campfire and some bedding?
I would use whatever is around us to try to make some resemblance of like cover for sleeping under and stuff. There we go.
You can't tell them excited to use these pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Um,
I'll throw a blanket out for the kids to lay down on.
so yeah, because I'm in my favorite terrain, I find twice as much food while foraging and while tracking creatures. I learn exact numbers, sizes, and how long ago they passed. But yeah, so I basically can gather twice as much food while
So
foraging.
basically, advantage on what you just did.
Is it advantage?
I don't know. I'm asking Colin.
Yeah, basically, it would be basically be like advantage of a survival check.
So I should roll again. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
All right. I like that. Don't fail me now, D&D Beyond.
Don't say you like it until you've done the roll.
Ah, that's better. 21.
Oh, yep. That's
Yeah.
completely different. You might even find
So-
some meat out of that.
So, roll me a d4.
I can do that.
Okay. You find a fox and 3 rabbits
I'm
That
sure.
would definitely work.
that you were able to kill and bring back to the campfire.
Nice. Any berries?
Did he bring back any? Yeah, he's already thinking what I'm thinking.
Bring back any what?
Berries or vegetation to go in?
A couple herbs, like think of like oregano or parsley or something that's like naturally grown in the forest.
Chives.
There we go, chives.
I just bring it all back, see that the group's there, and I say, "Here's what I found for you," and I hand it over to our cook.
All right.
I don't have a little rabbit on a steak.
Just taking a glance around while I'm throwing down the blanket and that for the kids. Can I see like any fruits or anything in the trees or anything like that?
do a perception check.
18.
Yeah, you see like a few fruits, like berries and stuff from trees
Okay.
that are non-poisonous.
Okay.
Because you would, while cooking, you would know like what was poisonous and what was not.
Okay. So I'm gonna let's see, do I have I don't have any rope. I don't need any. So I will go through and clean the rabbit. And how many? What was it? 2 rabbits?
3 rabbits, 1 fox.
You need
Okay.
rope or string? Which one do you need?
I was thinking a bigger creature, so I don't have to worry about it. None of them are that big, so so I'll go through and clean all them. And then after they're cleaned, I'll take the rabbits and I'll put all 3 of those, scrounge up some sticks and that, and make kind of a basically what you have going there on screen, kind of a makeshift pit roast. So we'll take those 3 rabbits and we'll cook those up on basically a spit roast. The fox I will cut up into smaller pieces. I'll take some I'll take my pot out of my bag and pour some water in it out of my water skin, and I'll throw the diced up fox and the fruits and berries, along with some of the spices that Fenlon found, and make kind of a stew out of all that.
I have a pot hanging from a tripod.
So the 3 rabbits I'm turning into dried meat. Basically, I'm just gonna cook them until they're well dried.
Okay.
So they'll be dried meat that I divvy out to everybody for down the road stuff. So that would be there's what 4 of us, 5 of us. So probably what 2-ish dried meat a piece by the time it's all cut up and separated.
The rabbit is
Because there's
pretty low.
3 of
Like
them.
it's like a rabbit's like more like 1 person.
Okay.
Because by the time you get like all the innards out,
Yeah.
there's not much meat on a rabbit compared.
Okay. So it's what 3 dried meat out of it then.
Yeah, like 3 dried meat, and the fox
Okay.
will give you like 2 dried meat, or like 2.
I'm not
like-
doing the fox I diced up and threw in a
Okay.
stew for us to consume all in one go.
Okay, but it's about the fox meat is probably about like 2 portions of meat worth.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured I wasn't going to get much out of the fox, so that's why I threw it in with all the veggies and berries and fruit that we found to try and get enough to fill up everybody at this meal. But I'll put the 3 dried meat in my bag, being it's not enough to go around. Okay. So I'm assuming that's probably going to take me a good like 45 minutes to an hour to cook proper stew. So
Yeah, I'm gonna guess you take your
Yeah.
perfectionist with that.
yep. Oh, absolutely. I use the herbs he found along with one of the spices out of my spices that I have on me in my spice bag.
Meanwhile, Gallon has sat there while Marco is meticulously seasoning everything and getting everything all taken care of. Gallon has just gotten a little bitty piece of the rabbit and stuck it on a stick and just had it over the fire the whole time, cooking it, slowly turning it, and it's good. And then he raises up the stick like it's like a marshmallow with the rabbit on the end, little itty bitty piece of rabbit and everything. And he looks at it. He kind of holds it up in front of his face and says, "This looks about right." And then he raises up his hand, and with a little flick of his wrist, has prestidigitation on it, and suddenly it looks like it's covered in spices and stuff. Just automatically. And it looks like not only that, it looks like it's now covered in spices, and it also has it looks like there's bits of like honey dripping off the side a little bit. Like it's honeyed rabbit with like bits of black pepper and maybe even some ginger thrown in there too, like a whole bunch of different stuff. And he goes,
What the heck is that spell?
and then just takes a big old bite. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And that's it. And then he doesn't say anything. That's it.
What the heck kind of spell is prestidigitation?
It's a very interesting
nothing.
spell.
Nothing, my friend. Nothing.
It's
Continue. It looks amazing. I was getting a little hungry waiting for the food, so I'm all set. I can't wait to have
I
some.
thought that was just
Looks
used for
amazing.
like cleaning clothes and stuff like that. That's all I ever
Oh,
saw
no.
it used for. And
Oh, it can be used for many a thing, my friend.
I just went based on Critical Role and the Dragonborn that left the show early on in its first season.
Yeah,
It
no,
can be used for many a thing.
is pretty much only limited by your imagination.
Gotcha, that's cool.
The only thing it can't do is it can't harm anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So about 20 to 30 minutes in, the smell of the stew is like filling the campsite.
Marco, that smells amazing.
Too bad you already ate.
That's fine.
More of
And
this
it did actually
stew for
taste
me.
amazing, by the way.
Now roll for undercooked rabbit.
Oh,
So this is going to take me like 45 minutes to make. Is anybody doing anything else while I'm doing this?
No, I'd just be. Well, I've already done my job. I went hunting and found the food, so I'll probably just be making sure that my sleeping area is ready for me because I'm gonna need a sleep to get my hit points back from that explosion that we suffered.
Yeah, that's
Gallon.
the same for me. I'm gonna find a good thick branch and get my little roost point above them settled.
While Gallon was cooking his little bit of rabbit meat on the end of his stick and seasoning it and having a little snack before dinner, and as he walked around camp getting his bed ready, he always kept an eye on the two teenagers, just from earlier, still keeping an eye on them,
I forgot
making
about those two.
sure, making sure they weren't doing anything funky. Were they still acting shifty? Did it look like? I mean, you know how sometimes kids will be like they're hiding something, kind of thing. Anything like that, just any kind of signs of that the whole time.
The whole time? Even then
Yeah,
when you're
just
cooking?
not when I'm cooking. I mean, I'm really the cooking. I'm just sitting. You don't have to watch a marshmallow. You're just sitting there slowly turning it on a stick a little bit away from the fire. You know what I mean?
Okay. So they are farther from the group. Like you guys are like
Mhm.
over here and like they're like over here. That you can't even
Okay.
see on the board. Oh, let me get this.
Mhm.
You need a camera that zooms out.
There you go.
Yeah.
They're like over here, and the guy's back is to yours, and then she is facing you guys, and she slightly opens up the box and then closes it. That's pretty much all they've done.
And far enough away that Gallon couldn't really see in the box when
Nah.
it happened.
So did they set up the blanket over there too?
They didn't really take blanket with them. They're just more protective of the box. They brought the box with them, and they're just looking out.
Or so the 45 minutes goes by.
While they're over there,
looking-
Gallon kind of lets the group know that's over here slowly about what he saw back in there too, that they were acting, super calm and everything. It was a little bit too calm for what kids would be, in a situation like that. But also the fact that when the bomb, they did get a little bit startled when they thought they were going to get stuck. So there's a little bit of suspicion there. Gallon would let the rest of the party, quietly, that he's keeping an eye on him just in case.
I don't have my elk out right now, but
It's fine.
You better go find it. We need to see the
I
elk.
I have a horse instead, so Glare is basically going to tell the elk to go stand by the kids.
So, what order do we want to do the night watch in?
Who was it that didn't
Was
have
it-
night vision or dark vision?
Me,
Yurik.
bird,
Okay. So all you
dark for me.
I'll do a double again because I only need 4 hours.
We want to do the same as last time.
Sure.
Yeah, that should be good.
Okay. So it'll be Yurik and Fenlin, and then me, and then Galen, and then Glare is the last one. All right, so I'd say we could probably finish the meal within 15 minutes, I'm assuming. So that would put us at 10 o'clock when we lay down. Because we left the city at 5. We're about 4 hours out. That'd be 45 minutes to cook, 15 minutes to eat. So yeah, lay down about 10
hmm
and then rest for 10 hours. That sound about right?
Yeah.
Not me.
Did the young ones come and join us for food?
No.
I'm gonna take some of what was left over. Hopefully there was some. I would have taken some. I'm gonna approach them and offer them the food and try to speak to them in common and see if they understand me.
So you go over with the food, and you're speaking in common, and you have your hood up or no?
No, I would not.
Okay, so your ears would be showing, right?
Yeah.
They would try to talk to you in Sylvan that you probably don't understand.
I don't understand Sylvan. Nope. I would try to communicate that I don't understand. Like, I would say it in English that I don't understand, or in common that I don't understand them. But I would also kind of be making hand gestures to show that I'm not understanding them,
And they kind of just like shrug their shoulders.
so they don't understand at all. Can I try talking Elvish? Yeah, let me try again in Elvish and see if they pick up on any of that.
The boy does not, but the girl still speaks in Sylvan. Because a couple of the words are very similar.
Okay.
There's only a couple. But you still don't really understand what she's saying.
Okay.
You're kind of thrown off by this whole Sylvan thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna get anywhere with them, so I'll just leave them the food, and I'll go back with the group, and
So
I'll
I'm gonna
talk.
take the blanket and roll it up and just walk over and hand it to him, and then Dwarvish just tip my head and say goodnight, and then I'll walk back to the camp and lay down against the tree.
Okay.
I think we should encourage them to come closer to us so that nothing happens to them at night. Encourage them to be that they would be safer if they're.
Whoever's on watch would.
Yeah, but if they're way out there,
They're what, 15 feet from the camp?
Pretty sure that elk could stay alert for them.
well, we can try that.
Yeah, I think they're about 30 feet.
Most wild animals just have super sharp instincts for danger, so
Yeah.
So man.
So yeah, I guess we would just all finish our meals and set up for our sleep and do our watches.
All right. Whoever is doing the first watch. So who's doing first watch?
That would be Fenlin and Yurik.
Okay. And Fenlin, your perception check. Damn. There's nothing going on besides the gnomes eating their food on top of the box. And you see the elk like laying down next to them and just like looking around.
Okay.
But nothing happens during your shift.
All right. And then I do the second watch as well. So
Okay. So that will carry on to the second watch. And
oh, I didn't
doing
have to re-roll.
No, because you're still awake
Okay,
during before.
good. I'm glad. Because I like that
Who's-
second roll.
Who's doing the second one with him?
I don't think
It's
anybody.
just him.
It was just
Oh,
him and me.
just it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing really happens in the first 4 hours, then.
Okay.
You do see the kids fall asleep. That's about it.
Oh, do I? Are they on the box or beside
Yes,
the
they are
box?
sleeping on the box. Like they're like head down, hands like above them. Kind of like they're
Sleeping on a table.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna try anything then. I will go to my bedroll and enter my meditation sleep.
The next one is me. So as I get up for my watch, I'm gonna give myself Vigilant Blessing. And then before I start my watch, I'm gonna walk over. Did they use the blanket?
Yeah, they use the blanket.
Okay. I'm just checking to make sure they use that. Then I'll just go ahead and start my watch.
Okay.
18.
You are good to go. Nothing happens during your watch. Besides the elk falling asleep.
So during my watch, I would have gone over and collected the pot and cleaned it during my watch
Okay.
and put it back in my bag.
Okay.
I probably would have taken my stuff back and put it all away on one of my watches too that I had taken out that I said I took out.
Okay.
So Galen's up.
All right, let's see. Looks over, makes sure the kids aren't doing anything weird. And then, let's see. 13.
Kids are fast asleep. Elk is asleep.
Are
Nothing.
the kids still on the box?
Yes.
Dang it. All right.
I need you to make a. Where is that thing? It's a. Let's see. It is the intelligence saving throw.
An intelligence saving throw. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Intelligence. 13.
You feel this presence in the air, and then it vanishes away. But it's only in your mind.
It's only in my mind.
Yes.
Okay. So I won't say anything out loud yet. I will. Let's see. I'm looking around to see if I see anything. And I'm going to cast message to each of the party. I'll start out and I'll say it to Finland. Then I'll go through, each of the party, every single one of them, and say, hey, wake up. Something just tried to get in my mind. You can reply to this message. And nobody can hear, nobody can hear it, like, besides the person that I send it to. And I do that to each one of our party. And I see if any of them stir when I do this.
Does that use a spell slot?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I would stir because I'm only meditating,
Yep.
so I'm not fully asleep.
Okay, so
I would have been asleep. But
I'm fully asleep. I would have completely ignored it.
Okay, so
Finland
woke up, so I get and I do the same thing again. It's like, Finland, can you slowly nudge the other ones around you to wake them up and just be quiet about it?
All right.
And I do that through message as well, and we can respond back and forth. This is up to 120 feet.
you basically have mental walkie-talkie.
Mm-hmm.
But it's with one person at a time, right?
Yep.
You can't do it on
Yeah.
mass.
No, not in mass. I mean, I can do it back to back to back to back with no real limitations here.
Because
But
it's
as long as I could, it's I point my finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. The target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Okay, so but when you do it though, as soon as you switch to the next person, the link is broken, right?
Right. It's like a
So-
one. I say something, they say something, links broke.
Yep.
I say something, they say something, links broke.
So if you switch to the next person, they can no longer reply.
Well, I wait a second before just
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
que-
I
question, Holland, would my 4 hours I needed to have fill a long rest be complete?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it was the end of Yellen's.
Okay, so
then
I'm
Okay.
much, yeah.
Yeah, that would be the 8-hour mark. So
Yeah.
gonna mark
So
this.
I let them know exactly something tried to get into my mind. Be on alert. Help me look around, or just don't give it away. Just
So when Fenlin wakes me up, I'll open my eyes and look around with my dark vision.
yeah, because I have dark vision as well, up to 60 feet.
Yeah. I might
Um,
be able to see something you did, being mine's 300 feet.
And this was completely silent, by the way, too, when I was doing this. And of course, I was looking over at the kids to see if they were doing something, looking around.
So the first place I glance is in the direction of the kids and what's past them. But beyond that, I swivel my head a little bit so I can see in like roughly 180 degrees.
So for the kids, you just see the kid and the kids, and the girl is still on top of the box, but the boy just kind of like fell off the box and like now sleeping on the ground. The elk is still sleeping.
They're like,
Okay.
sorry, 270-ish degrees. So anything directly behind me, I won't see.
Uh,
Seeing as how I'm on a tree branch above them, did any of them bother to, try and wake me up?
I said I just said I did. And if
Use
you didn't
message.
respond to the message, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we can't physically get your attention without it being obvious.
Yeah.
Being you're all the way in a tree.
just throw a stone. It's fine. Glare throws a
Yeah, that
stick.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
He wouldn't hesitate.
He would probably
He'd
Yeah.
probably throw a dagger or something.
when Glare throws the rock, I see him do it, and then I send a message to Yurik that says knock knock. And then that's it. After no, that's after the other message. No, I let Yurik know what the heck's going on.
In that case, he won't freak out. He'll
Yeah.
he'll come down to ground level very, very lightly.
Okay. So you guys are surrounded in this little here. I'll just put you guys somewhat in a circle.
I have a hand on my dagger and my rapier.
Okay.
What is it?
Looking around, there's nothing around.
Even with my 300-foot vision.
Yep, nothing around.
Wow. Something tried to assault my mind.
Are you sure you're just not stressed out?
Oh, I'm sure. Some kind of magic. What the heck is going on?
You did eat that funky rabbit that you just made appear.
Sure. Yeah, I also have advantage against charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep, by the way.
I knew that.
Yeah. Don't know what the heck is going on.
Does anybody have a way to detect any magic that might be around?
Not
I don't. I have no proficiency in the arcane.
Haven't had a lot of time to perfect my studies. Most of my magic just comes to me.
So this is the end of 8 hours. So we're sitting at what, 6 a.m.?
So you guys went
to bed at 10
So you guys left it.
because we left at 5 or 4 hours out, and
Yeah,
then
so-
between the cooking and eating, that was about an hour.
It's okay. So you got to the town at 4.
Yep.
You spent about an hour there. You traveled
4
halfway. So that was. Well, you said halfway, right? Or-
Yeah, we said about halfway,
Okay.
and I think
so,
we agreed on about 4 hours is where we
Okay.
were at.
so 4 hours. So 5, 9, and then you slept 8 hours. So
Keep in mind, we spent an hour cooking and eating and whatnot.
so 10. and
Yeah,
then-
10 o'clock is when we
Yeah.
passed
So
out.
it's about 6
6
a.m.
a.m.
for you. Yep.
Okay.
So we all managed to get a long rest in then.
Well, I'm gonna roll myself up off the tree and start putting stuff away.
Okay.
Start packing. That's a good idea. Yeah. Start packing things up. That has me worried. Like, something. Like, I know what that felt like. Some sort
So-
of magic.
Well,
Do we want to call it there? Have the starting to pack up is where we end.
Yeah. That'd be a good idea,
That'd probably be good.
I think.
seeing as how people need to head off.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Don't forget
That-
to do your long rest in D&D Beyond.
And we'll put this in notes so I remember last time.
Still don't trust those kids.
Okay, they don't trust you either.
That's fine. Turn them into ice cubes.
All right. You know, if you guys want to add stuff to the notes, that's fine.
Kaden will add, I don't trust these kids.
Darn kids, get off my box. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Was I the only one in the note taker?
Yeah, because I don't take
I have
notes.
it open. I have it
Yeah.
open. Most of my note taking tonight was all inventory that I was writing stuff down.
I'll always say I'm one of the world's worst note takers.
That's fine. I take a lot of notes.
Yum,
Need a
yum,
lot of
yum.
notes most of the time.
Yeah, when I was a player, I took so many notes. Even as a DM, like
Yeah.
I still
DM has to,
I rely on others to take good notes, even at work.
because if the DM doesn't want to get manipulated by the players, they have to make sure they have everything.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so I guess we'll end there with you guys at the campsite packing up.
Ooh. Hey, we didn't have any combat, but we almost had people die.
Yeah,
That's true.
I swear Holland's out to kill me.
Look, okay, check for traps.
We did. We determined there wasn't any. Remember?
Oh,
That's
We
true.
checked that door for traps, and it was determined there wasn't any.
Well, so you
And then it went
looked
off
at.
anyway.
You told me it was to check if the trap was still active. The one that.
True. He did say that.
So
He was specifically checking the trap that we already knew about.
That's true. We need to choose
My
our words
gosh.
better, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just like wishing with genies.
Mhm.
That's true.
Oh, you want to be a prince? Oh, you got all these problems too.
I should get to bed, so I am going to
Oh man.
end my stream and do all that good stuff. All right, you guys have a good night. Bye. All right, all. Thanks for watching. Good night. I think it was most of the guys playing, but I think there was others. I know Ninwa. Thank you for sticking through the whole thing. And Thunderlord, thank you for. I think you watched some of it, right, Thunderlord? We started at 8 o'clock Eastern time, so and it's now midnight Eastern time. So I don't know what time you started watching, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back to streaming VR probably Monday night. So, all right.